Oh, snap.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Are you guys ready up there? Okay, just give me a second. All right. All right, quiet on the set.
Quiet on the city. Hold up, beloveds. Oh, peace and blessings of the Most High, the boundless omniverses, multiverses, tri-verses, dual-verses, and universes be upon you all in earshot and eye-shot of the God. It's your friendly neighborhood, Pharaoh Rising, Shepsi Dwamu Tefamoon, and welcome to another episode of Revision Radio, where we seek, analyze, and break down right knowledge, right wisdom, right thinking, right understanding, right wisdom, and right action from the third eye point of view. Thank you all for coming. Beloveds, listen, y'all need to get this out right now. Share, share, share. We got a blockbuster show tonight. This ain't no game. I told the family, yo, tomorrow we gonna go in on this indigenous sovereign. Is that real? And I got the God, Sniffittle Teep, what's going on? I know you gonna dig this. Yeah. Right back, beloved. What's up, family? How you been? Yeah, yo, listen. You know what? Let me get the preliminaries out of the way. We got Emporer Khufu on deck. Partner thought on play. Yeah. I sent you the link. Roll back. About who I shook. Goddess, don't think we forgot about you. I'm gonna hit you with that response. I got your response. Your that hit, Goddess. But yeah, we definitely gonna take care of you with the 9. We got you. So yeah, we gonna go in tonight, y'all. Y'all gotta get this out. Get this out, please. We gonna get to why the master, why Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle MAKU is still incarcerated. We're gonna get into what's going on with the tribe. Not going in. I don't care about none of I ain't talking about no what's they call it, the administrations and all that other stuff. Like, yeah, I ain't worried about none of that. We're gonna go into what we not doing as a tribe. What the Baba set the tone for us to do, and whether we doing it. Like you know, this is the MAKU. This is Chief Thunderbird Black Eagle, right? This is what he is, right? Let's go. We got a brother coming in. We got a couple of brothers coming in, but all y'all brothers and sisters that's into the indigenous science, the sovereignty, everybody that's into Raubaka Dad, what's up, family? Yeah, it's going down today. Let me get the MAKU words of the day out of the way and the revolutionary words, because we got Emporer Khufu stepping in. I appreciate him. Let me make sure he ain't sent me no message that I missed. Yeah, I sent him the stream, y'all. I'm gonna let him know right now. Sent you the link. All right. Yeah, y'all see, yo, look. This is one of my joints too. Gotta check it out. You know we did this. Come on now. Oh, you don't see the bass. Check the bass out. Check the bass out. So let me break it up a little bit for you. Check the bass out. Hold up. Yeah, y'all see that? Hold up. Nah, I'm not playing about it. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm just, in order for you to get y'all the whole shirt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We on it. We on it. Yeah, we on it. We doing it. Okay, so let me read the joint for the day. October, what's today's date? I don't keep track of these. 15th. Oh man, how everybody doing out there, y'all? Do I sound good? Because you know the other day they messed this up, guys. Did you check the joint? You see me? We're gonna see you exclusives, guys, so you can see, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes. We got a bunch of them coming. Yeah. KT, right back. What's happening, guys? Oh, okay, so they the 15th. Let's see. The 15th, October 15th, MAKU says you will get what you want if you really want it. Oh, I keep saying, yo, look. If it's real, you're going to get it because you're going to stay on it until you get it. And one thing people think they won't, I'm telling you, is the truth. And you want the truth. People be wanting the truth until they knock on the door. When they knock on the door, baby. I read this yesterday. I read the wrong one yesterday. All right, let me read this one then. Because yesterday was the 14th. And I was supposed to have read the 14th. I read the 15th yesterday. Oh, you better stop. You better stop. You know I'm too black to blush, so I just flashed my dimple. You dig? Bang. I'm too black to blush, so hold up. Bang. Yeah, so today's joint is from Curtis Mayfield. The hunt is on, and brother, you're the prey. It says, Western society destroys people. This truth is only meaningful if we know that it destroys Africans infinitely more than others. To see this clearly, we have to understand that in a fair, pluralistic society, the percentage a group is of the total population is the rod by which they should be measured. Their percent of the general population should be the same as, or at least similar to, their proportions in all things good and bad in that society. If they are 20% of the population, then they should be about 20% of all judges, 20% of all truck drivers, 20% of all teachers, 20% of all drug addicts, 20% of all comedians, 20% of all entrepreneurs, etc., in that society. Therefore, since we officially represent around 12% of this nation's populations, Africans should account for somewhere around 12% of its prison population and not about 65%, which is probably right now. Oh, okay. They gonna kill me like that, not you, nigga. 20% of all. He said, hold up. And not about 65%. Wherever we are under European domination, we find the same racist disparity. In England, our Africans represent merely 2% of the population. We comprise over 16% of the inmates. In Australia, where we represent 3% of the total population, and we are 85% of the inmates. Unless you believe that Africans are genetically criminal, that we are born killers, thieves, and gangsters as Europeans, the people who have manufactured this image of us historically are, you know something is dangerously wrong here. I know that there is something dangerously wrong here. Yeah, this is an actual fact. Curtis Mayfield was on point. You know, he was giving us the ghetto blues. He definitely was on point. So, yeah, baby. Yes, Smile. Yeah, yo, listen, it's going down, my hot tweet. Where you at? Come on now. Y'all gotta come on, y'all better get on that. Get on at it now. Y'all better come on in. All right, you meant the sound. Did you double back? Rattle back, God. Oh, listen, Mugdal. Yeah, those incenses going out in the morning, God. I got some extra stuff in there for you too. Factology. All right, I appreciate you. You already know. You see my joint? I ain't blowing it up. Don't blow it up. Don't blow it up. Don't blow it up. Oh, can you feel me? We on that wizard. We on that. Yeah. We on that. Yeah. Yo, listen, family. Y'all got to share this. Get this out to everybody. Get this out to everybody. Let's get it going. Peace, family. Rahul back. Yeah. We got the gods coming through. I told y'all, where's Irvin and Eli at? They told me we gonna do this thing tonight. We gonna go into this sovereignty, this indigenous talk. We gonna talk the talk tonight. Where they at? Rahul back. What up, beloved Mahatri? How you been? I want y'all to get these questions and stuff together because it's about to go down. Y'all know I do music, right? Some gonna love me, some gonna hate me, but it all makes sense to me. Oh, it all makes sense to me. Yeah, these gonna be on Cosmic Shop. Y'all we gonna have these on Cosmic Shop. We got these. We got the Pharaoh Parrel joint with the golden wings. We gonna have yeah. We gonna rock out. All makes sense to me. Oh God, you already know. I got you, God. And this the size too. This is a 3X too. So we on it. Oh, this is 30 cent. This is 30. This is 30 cent one. We did we got the Sacred Feminine joint too. Whoa, Nelly. Whoa, Nelly. So what's up? How the family been doing? Yo. What's that situation that's going on? Cause I've been wrapped up in this stuff. Yeah. Right back, Irvin. What's up? We looking for you. Where Eli at? We looking for you, God. Yeah. I'm gonna send it to your email too. I'm gonna send it to your email too. It's Imperial Royal Embassy. Let me see. Tour. Yup. She's gonna ask me if I got Cash App. What are you talking about? Here you go. All right, let me send this link out. Yeah, send the bread. Yeah, I'm dead serious. I'm gonna send you 5 back. Yes, send the money. And y'all listen, don't go nowhere, y'all. Don't go nowhere. So I don't know the other day, right? While Bundy was up on Assassin's page talking, there was a calling. The God that called in is Emperor Khufu. They hung up on him. They hung up on him, beloved. I was sitting in my mouth like that. Here he talk about how this is what you gotta do to get Doc out. And he's talking about, yeah, we ain't got the time to talk to you right now, maybe another day. Whoa, bro. I was like, whoa, I was tight. So I was hunting down. I was trying to catch Emperor Khufu at whatever ways I could catch him. Nah. Listen. I'm gonna put the when it's question time, and I want for the guards to be quick because I don't want to bombard the guy. I want them to lay the story out. I want them to work through the situation, and then he said he's willing to answer all the questions. So that's what we going with it. That's how we doing it. Him, and I got the brother Ned Patah. I got him coming through also. I'm calling him right now. Hold on. I ain't playing. Let me just. Mute. Yeah, I was on the phone. Yeah, I was mute. I ain't with y'all in my business, man. What's up? What's up? What we dealing with today? So what's going on? Current events. What we talking about? I got Khufu coming. I had to call her to make sure it's going down. I had to make sure it's going down. He just got the email. Just, you know how the technology be trying to jack us up. Yo, it's crazy right now, y'all. Listen, get y'all questions together. The brother represents. All right, I'm good with the sound. Cool. So the guard represents the Continental Moorish YAMASSEE Empire. Right? Now we know from the master, Chief Thunderbird, Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle, MAKU, God was the one who put the paperwork in. You know, he talked about the registration numbers in the back. We always talk about the United Wapian Nation, YAMASSEE Creek Seminole, Washita, a government of retained sovereigns, indigenous aboriginal natives, independent since June 26, 1992, number 215, 1993, and number 208, 1999. We're going to get to the bottom of everything. When you listen to, matter of fact, I was on one of the pages, I think it was a Telegram group, and they were talking about the 3 or 4 brothers that came to court for Baba. This is one of the brothers that came to court and spoke to the judge. Yeah. I told, listen, and you know it's real because I'm here at 7 and change. You know, we on white people time. We white people time now, baby. And that's our time. You know that's our time. You know SF 181. You know that's ours. But yeah, it's that serious. So I have my crown, but my crown keep it made me sweat. So I had my crown on, but it be making me sweat. So I had to take it off, even shine like a diamond. Even though the sister shot at me, she was like, "Nigga, I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about your sound." Well, all right then, sister, no problem. You know, I still appreciate you guys. You know, so I definitely want the family, please spread the news. Let the people know what's going down. Okay, y'all ready? Let's see. God, you can hear me? Well, back. Peace and blessings.
Hey. Salam alaikum magic.
Okay. Salam alaikum magic. Peace and blessings. Hatep. Listen. Greetings. Emporer Khufu of the Cmye, Continental Moorish YAMASSEE Empire, correct?
YAMASSEE.
YAMASSEE.
YAMASSEE. YAMASSI.
Okay, SI. Yeah, he's coming. We right here. So you said the XI. Yeah, that's how it's written on. That's how it's written on the joint. Yeah, you. Okay, woo, baby. Yo, tell the people I'm still sharing, God. So while you building, I'm gonna still be sharing this link all over the world, in around the world, and But let me say first and foremost, you look, you rocking in, looking like the incarnation. Let's go.
You like that crown, don't you?
Nah, that's official. That's official.
Check this out. This is the only crown that has ever been made live by a king. Handmade by a king. It's the only one ever been made.
Really?
King of Congo.
The king of the Congo made that.
Handmade it.
Wow, that's phenomenal.
And said whoever head it fits will one day rule the world. That was 1956.
Was he right?
I'm rooting. You see my. I mean, you can see my. I'm out there. I mean, there's nothing. You know, when you go back. Okay, we talking about the state, right?
Listen, we want to take it from the origin and walk it through, because you're gonna jump in. But you got the show. You got the floor. Go ahead now. All right, introduce yourself to the people. Talk, because the people. A lot of people don't know.
Okay,
and they need to.
Okay. All right. So we say salam alaikum with magic. Okay.
Salam alaikum with magic.
That's right. So the deity me greets the deity in you. Okay.
Understand.
So we can do wadu. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm with it. I'm with it. Peace and blessings.
So when this journey started was back in 2003, and we was dealing in that same stuff that's out there on the market now in the UCC, and we went into a courtroom in DeKalb County, Georgia, and we filed some documents in 2002, and this judge looked at the chief of the Yamassee Nation, Black Hawk now, it was Latif back then, and he said that he was the secure party of this court. And if he allowed him to file his paperwork in the court as a secure party, he disbarred himself. So we knew right then that the secure party, where was you going to docket your paperwork? Because if you docket inside of their jurisdiction, the judge just told you they own the paperwork, or they you know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna recognize it.
Yeah, because you would knock them out the box.
You knock them out the box.
Yeah, because they're the secure party of the okay. So
that's what prompted us to do our government. So Latif been a genie ass, you know, with the working in his past up in Philadelphia, we started working on a contract to free ourselves. So you know, we all put together loan documents what we want the government to do this, and Latif walked in the room with about 10 words. And he said, you never want to let the left hand know what the right hand doing. See? So everybody know the apostille process, but it's what's under the apostille is what's you know, without you know, what that's the energy you get from that apostille from the state.
From the state, that's right.
Okay. So we apostille a government. Yep, YAMASSEE Native American government via Mighty African Embassy. Okay?
Absolutely.
Okay? So once we apostille the government, and because you see, Chief Black Eagle has given Latif jurisdiction based on the Mighty African Embassy and the contract he had with the Ansar Allah all them years. So we moved the government and got it authenticated through you know, different people that was on the scene back then. Crown Prince Ramsey Bey, all these people was on the scene. So we want, you know, once we got it authenticated, okay, we chose Chief Black Eagle because he already had proved his status everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So when he became the chief of the government, I did it, me and the brother Ali did the paperwork, nationality paperwork. You know, so he nationalized as Chief Black Eagle, and he was the commander-in-chief of the YAMASSEE Native American government via Mighty African Embassy on June 19, 2003. Okay? So we went in, so on June 20th, 2003, we got an apostille. June 30th, 2003, that's when we presented it in the court to represent him from the state. Okay? So
what happened with that?
Oh, because they would never let us talk to him. His crew around him keep my enemies close, my friends close, my enemies closer. You know what I'm saying? They rejected any time that he wanted to talk to me. He still ain't talked to me. He been wanting to talk to me since 2003.
He said he's been wanting to talk to you.
Of course he did. He told me to come get him. When we was in the court case, this gonna really mess him up. Okay, you ready for this? All right.
I'm listening.
All right. So June 3rd, 2003. Okay, so they didn't see us coming. We came out of left field. Okay, so we have already did everything authenticated, have our own state. So on June 20, 2003, the state of Georgia recognized Chief Black Eagle Thunderbird as head of his own state under full faith and credit. So the same full faith and credit Georgia got, they gave you the same full faith and credit. So he's supposed to walk that day. That's why we brought his clothes, because we knew what we were doing. Okay. So when we got to court, okay, there were 4 of us went in there. Okay, but they wouldn't let Brother Adik in because he brought the wrong ID. So Mia Moon and Rashad, Brother Rashad, went up to the Chief Judge's chambers, We get off the elevator, man, they about 50 Nubians sitting in chairs around the chief, all the way to the chief judge's office. And we was like, yo, what's going on, man? Why y'all sitting up here? Too much attention. So we walked into the chief judge's office, and he looked me dead in my face. He said, this document got to be presented in court.
That's right.
Okay. We left the office and went downstairs, told everybody on his team. I'm not calling no names, okay?
Yeah,
everybody
we're good with that.
Everybody knows who's on that team, okay? All right? Okay, so we told the team what to do, and they said that Chief Black Eagle could not stand on his own square.
They made that decision.
They made that decision.
So you said this is 6/20? This is 6/20, 2003?
That's 6/20/2003.
So you saying that this day, Doc could have walked out of that situation.
Doc's supposed to walk out the day that we came to get him.
You had his clothes and everything.
Had his clothes and every damn thing.
Damn, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Okay. So when because we had a plan, see? I can tell you the plan now. See, so the plan was that Doc had to go. The judge told us that he had to present it in court. So we came down and told all the administrators of his estate at that time that he had to fire his attorney and he had to file this document in court, open court. Okay? That's what we told him.
Fire the attorney, file a document.
I'm looking at you because I know the camera probably got my eyes on.
No, it's okay. We good. I go through that every day. But yeah, I'm looking at you too.
So the whole line, so the courtroom full, you know that. So they got the whole court case. They made everybody in the front row get off the front row because we came in representing our own state as friends of the court. That's why they permitted us, because we came in as friends of the court. We had our own venue. Okay? So we came in. I was first, and Amun sat in the center, and Rashad sat on the end. Okay, so we sat down, and they got mad at me because I took my fez off. And I said, I didn't come here to represent no damn fez. I came here to get Doc. Okay, so that was my job. I ain't got time. We ain't playing. We ain't got
no time to be playing with y'all.
This ain't these boys. You mess with warlocks and witches out here. Y'all playing marbles. y'all outside beating drums. Them niggas like, oh no. That's why we were like, what's all the fuss?
Yeah, they cast the spells.
All that noise you making. This man's life is on the line. You dealing with egos. Anyway, check this out. So when Chief Black Eagle came into court, I mean, they had this brother scrapped like he was a mass murderer. Too damn.
Yeah, like Hannibal Lecter. Yeah, it was crazy.
He a suit. I mean, you don't supposed to come to court. You're supposed to be dressed. He had him in chains, and and he had the damn blue bag in his hand. And the moon looked at me. We looked at each other like, why he got the damn blue bag?
It was supposed to be the lawyer supposed to have it.
Why you keep what? There's no lawyer.
The attorney.
The attorney
was supposed to have it.
That's just like when you call them white. You say they're sovereign.
You giving up the sovereign power to them.
You give them right up to them, and they say it so freely. So they're Caucasian, and they know it. And they accept it. Yeah, and they respect you more. But to keep calling them white and they're making them a sovereign, you claim you the sovereign, that don't make no damn sense. Okay.
So you confirming that you
that's just like sovereign citizen, you know what I'm saying? The oxymoron bull crap. You know. So anyway, Doc came into court, right? You had to be there to see it, and you can see the magic. Because they allowed this brother to talk for the first time in his case.
That's right.
And if you like this, how was you talking like this? You didn't catch that, did you? Let me do it again for you, replay. He started talking. It's like the chains didn't hold him. And a lot of sisters in the second row seen it. They was like, yo, it's like the chains wouldn't be there. He was just flowing. He was talking about he's gonna get a free trial, blah, blah, blah. But we weren't there for that. We can get that down.
Yeah, he's putting all that stuff on record and stuff.
I said, we come to get you. Okay. So go read the transcript. So when Doc came in, he went up to Rashad and he think he bowed his head. He got to a moon. He gave him the degree. Okay. He got to me. He gave me the on, and he said, "You come get me." Everybody know that. So why they came and got me to talk to him then? If they say they love the master teacher, and there was enough people in court that day to know he said, "Come get me." Matter of fact, at the lodge when they tried to fight us, and the YAMASSEE, when they tried to fight the YAMASSEE at the lodge that night, when I refused to take my coat off, Khufu was going to announce me then, and I told her not to, because they disrespected the elders with all that fuss they were making in the grand law, Hemotep laws, when they tried to fight us, because we had more jurisdiction than them. And they wanted to control the mic, all that crap. See what I'm saying? So we only came to get Doc. Okay, so anyway, so when he finished, you can read transcript. Doc, the judge, Chief Judge Lawson.
Moultrie, right?
Yeah, Lawson. Told that guy, he said, listen, if you file that document in this court today, neither you or your firm will ever practice law in Georgia. Then that nigga said, then he said, hell, you'll never practice law in the United States. Now you tell me. You hear me? I seen you stepped off. You hear me?
I'm listening.
I said, you tell me.
He was going to fire it. He basically telling the attorney that if you try this,
that document in this court today,
it's
you
over.
would never practice law in Georgia.
That's crazy. I'm opening the door real fast, partner.
That's fine. Y'all got any questions? Let me know.
So we can. Listen. I want you to get everything you can get out before the questions start. Because it get crazy with the questions.
We be here, man. You start talking for 5 minutes, we end up on 3 hours. So you know.
Hey, we got it. Hey, look, I paid for 100 hours. We got it. we ready. All right, so let me see if anybody got any questions. I got a question. I said, okay, so with all that being said, it's so what because was MAKU, was Chief Thunderbird Black Eagle successful in what he put in as far as with connecting the United Wapi Nation Moore's Constitution with the YAMASSEE?
Oh, okay. So what happened was, okay, so after that, okay, he didn't file the case. Okay, the court was over, and we had an interview outside, all that crap. And so we couldn't be like the Yahweh being Yahweh guys, and you got a chief locked up. And we already we was already experiencing that with the Nubian Nation and the cats they had around them then. You know what I'm saying? I remember Rick came to me that night when they almost the fight and everything. He came to me and said, yo, man, you know, Doc seems like he's so scared behind them bars, man. He looks like he's a whole different guy, man. So y'all got to trust what we say. I said, nigga, you done lost your mind. I ain't trusting nothing coming out your mouth right now.
You mean the dude that's running around? You mean the same dude that's running around slandering right now?
I don't know. I mean,
Rick
because he got so involved in the case. That's when all these guys are agents, man.
Oh man,
I mean, you got to realize something. Okay, let's get this agent stuff straight because some people get mad at it. If you got a birth record contract, okay, and you got a social security card, you are agent for the queen. Okay. Now, when I say you're agent, that makes you done step beyond your African American status, and now you actually working for. You
actually at work.
You see what I'm saying? To kill your own people. You starting to get me? So when I say agent, that's what they mean. But anybody got a birth certificate contract, agent for the queen.
Technically, yeah. Everybody, you under
that's how you get paid. That's how you feed yourself.
That's real. That's real.
I mean, come on.
That's real. That makes sense.
All right.
So when Doc did the document, that set the foundation for what you are working with now.
Oh, wait, see, well, you got to realize that. See, under the contract that we signed with Georgia, him being the chief of the nation, that's a 10-year. That's a 10-year contract. Okay, so even if I was still at the okay, so and And at the end of 2003, Doc was we was granted a thing with his family. They brought all the, all the coordination and everything. And they was bringing it for Latif as the chief of the My Africa MC clan, recognized by Doc and everything. He sent a letter, okay? And so inside that letter, okay, he said that, the 1992, well, first of all, he said that he had chastised Latif, okay, Chief Black Hawk, because for misspelling my Iraq to my Arafat, okay, and putting the 215 1993 number, which is the Washington number, on our state, on our seal. He said that's your cousin's number. You got to get permission from them to put that on your seal, okay? So that's why he chastised to a clan chief forever. Okay,
I've seen that in your documents here.
I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? Because you could never have that seat. So all these cats out here following him thinking he the chief. No. He's the chief of the clan. And he running through that 58 number through the IRS. He's not no damn chief of the government. He can never be that.
So who run the government?
I own it. I don't run it.
You own the government.
Own it. I own everything in the government.
Okay, so how did that take place? Because MAKU was he was still in custody, and Chief Hawk he couldn't take the seat.
Okay, now check this out. Okay, so that's when Chief Black Eagle commanded Latif or decreed Latif to create a tribe. Okay, and his daughter named Farrah was supposed to be the head of the tribe. Her and her boyfriend at the time was Seti, or named Joe. We used to call him White Boy. Okay. She's supposed to be the head of that clan. Nobody got nationalized under the Bassa tribe.
So nobody did it.
So he had nobody to delegate his authority to. So he just sat. That's why the elders told us to walk small with a big stick, because they were going to try to steal it. Okay? So he never moved on the state to systematize the state. So he abdicated his seat. Okay? So
for the 10 years.
That's after 10 years. That's why I filed a constitution April 3rd, 2013. Okay? And I sent his family a copy of the Declaration of Independence. That's when they got out there on the market, started talking about Chief Black Eagle. No, that's because he abdicated his seat. I had to inform you that he's a former chief now. That contract is under the Imperial CMYE Constitution now. So he never chastised the other families. He only chastised Latif. So by me being another part of the contract, I was able to write our Constitution from the YAMASSEE Native, United Nawaub Nation Moorish Constitution up to where it's at now. So he never chastised me and the Moon and Hadik families. And Hadik and the Moon family contracts is under me. And both of them peace and be love with them. See what I'm saying? So I got all that. So that was already established. That's why so after 10 years, okay, once he abdicated his seat, I wrote the Imperial Constitution, Imperial CMYE Constitution, okay? That's the third layer of the Constitution now. And that Constitution got full faith and credit. And now that Constitution also got sovereign powers. Okay. So now that's how I become a constitutional, imperial constitutional monarch, because the Constitution grants me the imperial constitutional powers to decree our own state and move it like we want to move it. And that can only be done one time. You can you can't say you're trying to say they want to duplicate what I did. No, it can't happen. See, because when I came through, it was a unique time. So it had to be meant for me, okay? Because see, you don't realize is that I marked myself going to court to Doc. Okay, so a lot of people don't know they came 90 days later with this false arrest because all the agents that was around Doc, and they knew Doc wanted me to see me, and they had to get me off the scene.
So they locked you up.
They locked me up with a false arrest warrant. The guy don't have a birth certificate or a social security card. Okay, they couldn't touch me outside of the post office because I'm a national, foreign national of my own country. So they allowed them on postal property up there in North Metro, and they came with about 50 niggas. And arrested Darius, which was my corporation name, on a false warrant, and then threw him in jail on a $25,000 cash bond. And I ain't never been arrested.
Wow.
Okay, And they were trying to get out that damn contract that they agreed to. And then DeKalb County found out that a Moon did have a $293 million lien against the post office, and they were just trying to get out the damn contract now. See? So how do you think I knew how to drop the contract that we got from the State Department? How did you think I knew how to drop it in my case to get rid of my case? Because Chief Lawson told me what to do June 30, 2003.
What did he say? What you mean? Like he told you what to do?
He said you had to file it in open court.
Yeah, when he told for Doc to do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so when I went to court on that,
so when you went in there, you did the same thing
I went into court as Khufu Ranu Samsonel from my own damn state, and I filed that contract with the State Department in my court. And you ain't heard that case since, have you? You're talking to me, aren't you?
That's a fact.
I can give you the case number. I'll let you go down there and beat the DeKalb County side of here.
Yeah, they ain't gonna get that up. They don't want nobody to see nothing like that.
That's in file 13, dog. You'll never see that. That's lock and key.
Wow.
All right. So we had to keep moving the state. So when he put the 208-1992 number under the government, that was the 10 seats up there at the United Nations. Okay, so that's when we started sending people to the United Nations. You know that boy up there in Virginia called himself CHEIF, the Gansu, She clan, all that crap up there, all that. Okay, these were the first cats, Shabuel, all them cats. These were the first cats we sent up to the United Nations because I didn't want to go.
I got you.
My team wanted me to go. I didn't want to go because I was fighting. I couldn't, my people around me told me don't fight too many battles at one time.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Okay.
And this is more important. Solidifying this was more important, definitely by far.
So go ahead.
All right. So I guess the question, one of the biggest questions is,
how did I become a crown prince? How did I become a crown prince?
Well, the fact that you are you're a part of this inner circle with Doc. Y'all was setting everything up behind the scenes. A lot of people didn't know any of this. So with you coming out and even hearing about Derek Sanders, Black Hawk, and a lot of people within as far as Nuwapi and Sabians, we looking at it like, where these niggas coming from? Because none of y'all were up front, but we all knew and heard, anybody that's familiar with the case, that the court situation and that brothers went to the court for Baba. The bluebacks, you can explain the bluebacks in a second. A lot of people don't know what the bluebacks are, and we constantly hear the word of terminology. But I wanted to get to. So with all the things that's said and done, and with you absorbing, because basically you absorbed the YAMASSEE government.
I dissolved it. I dissolved it because there was so much fraud around it. That's why I said YAMASSEE. So Doc taught us that you can't go out there on the scene making mistakes. So I was already out there on Continental Moorish YAMASSEE Empire. So I just changed the spelling from YAMASSEE to YAMASSEE, so I wouldn't fall out of international protocol.
I got you.
Okay.
So with all that being said, what is as far as Zadok is concerned, what is the play with him per se?
Which Zadok you talking about, me or who?
I'm talking about with Doc being
Black Eagle.
Chief Black
Eagle.
MAKU.
To call MAKU Chief MAKU Black Eagle anything outside of that is disrespect. Because he's nationalized as Chief Black Eagle. So Chief Black Eagle on everything. Chief Black Eagle on everything. Chief Black Eagle because he nationalized on his own venue. So by him being a former chief, okay, he's still under my venue. So I go get him one, like he said, like he told him in 2000. I come get him in my own good time. But I got to run a state first. Okay? And as you got your state run, I'm gonna go get him. All that little crap they playing out there, that stuff don't mean nothing. That's everybody whole card gonna be revealed. But all that stuff got to come to our court. Even him, when I go get him, he still got to come to court to clear his name. But he coming to our court.
So you have the venue. So that's the significant. You're the only one with the venue. Everybody else, regardless of the document,
Oh, I don't care. All that. Oh man, listen. When Barack told you the active state of the cruise ship, not a speedboat, in 2009, he was talking to me. That was the state. That's why he told me the active state of the cruise ship, not a speedboat, because Doc had 10 years on that contract, and I filed the active state in 2009. So he said it was a cruise, not a speedboat, and told me to slow my butt down. So Doc had to June 19, 2013 on that contract. But we knew he wouldn't get 19 years. Okay? So we just kept walking small with big stick, letting like all them cats, all that stuff they was doing, all that stuff got to be brought to court. Everything. Anything, if you did anything with the Yamassee government from the time the government was established, you got to come to court. And the marshals going to come get you. And the United States don't mind because you defrauded them too. But you got to come to court.
So everything with the YAMASSEE, what you're saying is got to come through you.
Got everything. The Yamassee don't exist no more.
So if anybody's running around talking about the YAMASSEE government outside,
that's fraud. That's fraud. They don't have no venue. If anybody using anything, boss or anything, that's our property. That's my property. And I will bring them to court. You just don't fight too many battles one time. I got a big ship, bro. But all that stuff gonna be brought to court. That's why you got your own court. You got your own police force. You got your own marshals. You got everything. I'm just moving the ship slowly but surely.
But at the same time,
when it's time for me to go get my vizier, I go get my vizier. Y'all call him chief. I call him my vizier. Because me and him got a meeting. See, and he told them on the land that day that he was gonna meet me on the floor, and they have blocked that day until now when I need to go meet him on the floor to continue this ship. I done made it up to this far because it was a mission. So now that I've completed my mission, okay, I gave y'all a declaration, imperial diplomatic mission. It's online, and an imperial diplomatic mission. Okay, so now that mission goes to get that journey that we're talking about, and part of that mission is me selling by to pick up my vizier, and we keep selling because he's actually on my land because we own all the land. I'm the King Louis the 20th. I own all the Washington, all the 3 million acres under me.
Even the thing that was assessed for the Empress.
I got the Empress throne. Prince Ramesses Bay, Crown Prince Ramesses Bay, and decreed Chief Zakar, or the principal chief, and Chief Maluk to nationalize me as, because this is the name Prince Ramesses Adel Bay gave me. He gave me Thunderfire. And he had the two principal chiefs of the United Washita Deducted Nation on May 9th, 2003. So you can't dock your date before May 9th, 2003. You need to shut up. I'm talking about that boy Fairville down there, all that crap he's singing. If you can't dock your date, the 5/9/2003, you need to shut up. So that's the date that I got nationalized as MAKU Chief Thunderfire. Okay? So I got nationalized like we nationalized Doc Chief Black Eagle. You don't get nationalized as a chief unless you want a dynasty. You feel me? Like the cats out there trying to say he got a dynasty. No, we gave him dynasty when we nationalized him as Chief Thunderfire. Let's say Black Eagle. Okay? So when Crown Prince Ramesses Bay nationalized me as MAKU Chief Thunderfire, where do you think we got it from? May 9th, 2003. As a Washita Moor deduct the money. And I got full faith and credit from the state of Georgia, from the state of Virginia, from all the 50 states, and from the United States of America. I got full faith and credit. See, because when they gave the government full faith and credit, they didn't know they gave a sovereign prince. They didn't know they created a sovereign prince, but the post office did. Because see, when I did the claim on life in 2004, okay, we wasn't at David Miller teaching then, and David found out because the Rothschilds and then were shutting down the truth language because certain people that was in jail were getting out using that truth language. And we have found a case in Spring Street down in Georgia in the truth language doctrine, and David Wynn Miller was our witness. So if you think I didn't know David Wynn Miller, okay, well, why he gonna be my witness? Starting to get me? So he taught us.
He was the counselor. He was Bill Clinton's counselor in his case.
And he was that's how well we knew truth language. For him to come in and be our witness. All right.
Wow.
So from that stunt, he got called. I'm gonna tell you something. Okay. For that stunt, he got called to the Queen, the Pope, the Rothschilds, and on his way back, he said he had to stop in at the board of governors at the post office. Okay. And they want to know what kind of damage they were dealing with because the moon had a $293 million lien against them. Okay. So in that process, he found out we had a state. Okay. You started hearing me, right? Now, this is at the highest boards now. Okay. So now he called us on a conference call and he said, Khufu. And I said, yeah, what's up, David? He said, when you speak your name, you can hear a pin drop at the board of governors.
Damn.
He said, you and the moon got a chair sitting at the board of governors that nobody sit in. Your name is on the front of it, waiting for you to come sit in it. I said, David, you kidding me? He said, I just seen it. He said, but you the only one can operate properly, Khufu. And I said, why? He said, because you got a CDL. So all the more like they're talking about, you ain't got a CDL to operate that birthright contract. You see, I operate from experience. So everything I did, I experienced myself.
When you say CDL, you're talking about commercial driver's license?
Yeah, because your birth record contract is a commercial
It's a vehicle.
entity.
So you're saying that the birth record contract is a vehicle.
You got to be a commercial operator to be up. You got a security agreement. You better have a commercial driver license. Because that's the game, bro. It's commerce. If you just got a regular state ID, that makes you state property. That's why I call you agents. Because you state property. You can claim all that stuff outside, all the names you want, all that stuff on Facebook, whatever. But when you die, that's what's on your damn social security card. That's gonna be on your death certificate that they still making money on. Okay? So that process can only operate or do one time. Because see, after I did the claim of life March 4th, 2004. Okay, I didn't know it was the same time the United States started operating March 4, 1789. Man, they ain't had time to think like that. I was trying to get out of that damn case.
I feel you.
They tried to put my ass in jail for 10 years. Ain't nobody come to my rescue. Come on.
What's the claim of life and what's the blue back for the people, brothers and sisters?
Okay, claim of life is when you have a blood. You see all these red seals that say that makes you red or something. No, a claim of life is you naturalize yourself with blood. And so that has never been taught throughout the Vatican system. So when David came up with the unity citizens and truth language doctrine, it took all the verb out and everything became a noun. Okay. So if you look at all the money, the silver, gold and everything, it has United States of America. It makes it a verb, right? So if it had United States for America, it'd be something else, right? So that's why the Rothschilds and everything summons them, because he was messing with the currency. Okay. And so at the same time, when that was going on, the brother named Russell and another brother was at the Hague getting the Hague to accept money as the quantum currency. Okay. And so certain states, I think Argentina and a couple of states, signed on to that pact where you can take up to so much silver to that country, and then they'll melt it down, and then you can live off the credit of it.
Wow.
That's what Russell and them did with truth language. But they had to shut him down because he was trying to get that court. If he would have got that court open, it was over.
So how did the people get access to the tribe? How do we get our status right? How do we get right?
You just register with the university, and then once you sign out, you get yourself notarized with your birth name. Don't come with these crazy ass names, because we don't play. We're a lawful, legal, administrative government. I got a sovereign state, and I'm moving a ship. Okay, and I ain't got time to play games. You want to run a ship, pay your own bills, and do contract with country in your own status? Well, this is on the way out. There ain't nothing that's coming.
Yeah, one of the brothers, he had so many questions for you, and then his nigga phone died. He was here, but I was letting you rock. I'm like, nah, I want you to rock out. And then he was like, yo, I was like, where you go? He was like, my phone died, man. I was like, oh my God.
When Chief Black Eagle put the Constitution under the Yamassee government, it became organic.
It became organic. Yeah.
See? So Latif made his version of it and called it My African Embassy Clan. Okay?
Because that's what he's constricted to the clan
That's
aspect of
it.
it.
He can't go no farther. So he got a 58 number registered with the IRS. So that's just like all the other cats out there on the market. So
is that like a business more so than anything? That's like an organization or business.
He did that back in the day because there were just so many people trying to steal what we done, man. And he was just trying to make sure nobody would steal my African Embassy. You know, try to file it before him and all that. Cause them not Tariq boy, Shabuel guy, and you know these characters, man. They were.
Shabuel still talk about he's the head of Turtle Island.
He sound like a fool.
He's like he was because at one point.
Let me give you the story on this clown, right? Right.
Check I want to put this on public record. Right. We can talk about him.
All right, check this out. So what happened was the guy. You got to get the whole story, okay?
Yeah,
okay,
I'm listening.
The guy named Tariq, that boy down in Fairville talking about with that UN number. Okay, that guy. Okay. So that guy was an official for the Yamassee Native American government. Okay. All right. So we appointed. You hear me say we. So we appointed Shabuel as a mayor of Macon. And we appointed a brother named Nanuki, who called himself Blackfelder now. We appointed him as the governor over South Carolina.
Got you.
All right. So these young cats thought they were so smart that we was only out to get Doc. And I said, no, the government is bigger than Doc. Okay. So Shabuel was pretty smart. I'm gonna give him that credit. He's a very intelligent brother. Okay.
Yeah, he's sharp. He's sharp.
But he understood that Doc was the chief of the government. But he didn't understand, he didn't fully understand how Latif was controlling everything because he was a custodian over the government. Okay, so when Doc made him a clan chief, only way you can represent the government from there, you had a contract. See? So him, that brother named Dawid, that was part of the Yamassee government, all that crap, all them cats try to separate and attach themselves to the Yamassee government. Okay?
Wow.
You starting to get me? So the brother named Tariq got expelled from the government, but you had small security, so he was able to escape to Virginia with his authentication from us.
He still had his paperwork.
Okay? So he was still in contact with the brother named Constantine in Canada, where we were registered to get our international IDs. Okay, so through his trickery. He got Shabuel them all the IDs, and that's when they started running out down the street trying to sell IDs. Okay. So what these cats did was when we first nationalized coming out, Latif was giving you a copy of the apostille that we got from the State Department. Everybody was rejected from it because we knew them clowns were going to do it. Okay, so on my crown here.
Listen, my crown. I was rocking the crown, but it's too hot. I said, I know I'm gonna sweat on this.
Oh yeah, I got to rock the crown. Now that's energy. Oh, you know this boy who look. You should see the boy who made it. This boy ain't nothing but a straight wizard. Anyway, so these cats, check this out. Check these cats. You ready? These cats go up.
Bring it in.
These cats go up to DC, right? And they file an apostille, like they trying to get some apostille, and they take the application. And then they go put the apostille we got from the State Department on top of it. And then they was running out there trying to tell people they had their own state.
Yes.
Okay.
So why do people? I don't understand. Like, you know what? Doc did a joint years ago, and he said, man, why do you people try to steal and usurp the throne of the Most High? Why not just sharing the power and become a part of
it? It's big enough. We got enough space out there. You were just a small little planet. But anyway, so these cats, so we Latif had an honor roll at the UN where they gave him so he represented the government. So he had an honor roll at the UN. So Shabuel comes up there with some cats from these people in Philly who wanted to follow him, and they were trying to get in the UN, and the UN rejected him and told him he could never step foot on their property again. So they called Latif after he was up there at the time. He came down and told him that he ain't nothing but a fraud. So he was told from the UN that he could never step foot on there. All right, so you ready now? All right, so these cats is traveling back to Georgia, and they get stopped in Burlington, North Carolina. All right, so they get arrested. So the paper said that these cats, Nubians, got arrested trying to impersonate United States diplomats. Then the next day it came out and said, what? Correction. They was trying to impersonate Yamassee Native American diplomats.
Wow.
Okay? So he's up in court, and he's all that stuff he's saying, right? And the judge does this. The judge said, this is what his girl, Deanna, when he was dating her, Deanna told me, the judge said, my hands are tied. She said, Khufu, what that meant? I said, they should have gave him a white sheet of paper. She said they did. She said,
listen.
Well, what? I said they wanted his signature so he can walk out the court. He didn't sign the paper. She said, no, they sent him back to jail. So when he came out, they shipped his ass to Canada.
He didn't know what to do at that point.
He didn't know what to do. So he had this so deep and great. Tell him to explain that crap. Now he can't come back to the United States.
I know the feeling. My judge did that to me. She literally stopped with a glass of her thing. She leaned back like, I didn't know what that meant. She went and she said, my hands are tied.
My hands are tied.
I was like, oh, I won, but I couldn't close. It was like playing a chess game and I couldn't mate. I was like, God damn, I couldn't close. And when she realized she put a glass back over. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's real talk. Wait till
that's why he out of here, you know? And that's why that's good enough for him for why he decided against government. So now he did get that self-registered to the UN. Okay, that's what Tariq did. But you got to go ask Tariq where he get his venue from. I gave Tariq a temporary ID card, nationality card, to go up there and take her to business with the 208-1992 number. And he went up there and registered under that and using our jurisdiction. Then he tried to bring it back over to me, and I said, I don't need that number, bro. I said, I don't need that number. I got the 215-93 number, and I got the 208-1992 number. I don't need no other number. So then he went and doctored down there with that guy named Aline Bay with that crap he doing in Fayetteville. Now tell Aline Bay to go ask them where he got that damn number from, and they got to account for that. So all that Prince stuff he filed up there, he got to account for that because he ain't no damn Prince in no Washington. He sound like a damn fool. I challenged him to his grave. But anyway, let's go because I ain't want to go there, all right? Because my energy might shift.
Yeah, I understand. All right, we got some brother. We do. Listen, so you saying there is a way for us to. You say all we gotta do is register.
Let me register. Listen, real careful.
Because I like the fact you keep saying that we have a state. I love it.
That's right.
I love hearing.
Listen. Full faith and credit. Got me?
Yep.
Full faith and credit. The state of Georgia gave you full faith and credit. Everything the state of Georgia got, they said you got the same authority under any name you want to come under to do what you want to do. You just got to run your state. And the state is already training. Everything is all set up. Everything is rolling. Everything is, man, I'm writing a piece right now. Okay, we got a call at 8, but we put it on post because we got this call. We got a government call every night. We studying every night and we training every night to move your state. This hasn't never happened in 500 years. So
500 years.
Chief Black Eagle created 5 strong organizations. Okay, he didn't file it under 501c3 and all that stuff. He would have did, they would have never touched him. Okay, all that RICO stuff. Okay. That's them cats running up down the road, $20,000-$30,000 in their car, crossing state line. That's all that RICO stuff.
I don't know nothing about none of that.
Well, I got stopped by a state troop in Georgia, and we got stopped by a state troop in Georgia, and they had about 20 damn cops stopped the whole damn highway. And me, Deani, the girl used to date Shabuel, we were driving her car. Me, Deani, Ushayas, and Latif was going over to South Carolina to look at some land, and we passed through Madison, Georgia, and they were about 50 cops, on both sides. And I passed through there being a truck driver. I said, you notice all them cops, all the cars they had pulled over were SUVs. And Latif said,
"No, that's them."
Latif said, "Well, like Khufu, you don't want to see that kind of stuff. You're a truck driver." So we passed Madison, going on down. I'm rolling, I'm rolling. So we were going down this steep hill, and I looked in the rearview mirror. I said, "Put your seatbelts on. Here they come." Latif looked back and said, "Damn!" And they were coming about 40 strong. You got a line of them, and they stopped us, man. They had the whole highway blocked.
Wow.
And I got out the car. Me and the cop was standing in the back, and he said, "Well, we thought y'all was part of the Nuwabians." I said, "Nuwabians?" I said, "No, we ain't got nothing to do with them." He said, "Yeah, we found out that y'all contract, you know, you got a contract with Georgia." He said, we can escort you to the state line, you know, but we didn't mean to stop you." Me and Latif was standing there looking at him, right? So, you know, they had the video looking. So he says, "So y'all don't want Georgia to tell y'all what to do?" I started laughing. I said, "Damn, dog." I said, "Dog, look, turn around, look, turn, look." He turned around. I said, "Look, you got 50 damn cops. Stop one car, okay? 50 cops. And you asking me that the Georgia, you don't want Georgia telling you what to do?"
Why would I want anything to do with anything, deal with that stuff?
He said, he grabbed my hand in a large grip, right? He grabbed my hand in a large grip. He kneeled. And Latif said, "Damn, the whole state of Georgia just kneeled to Khufu." He said, "We can add you to the state line, but once the state line, your government have to notify South Carolina, and then they'll come in through. They'll come in and escort you where you need to go."
Yeah. That's how that goes. That's right.
He said, "Thank you." Because he said, "We thought you Nuwabians, because they've been known to travel down the road with $10,000 more in their car." Took them right on the side of the street. He said they train for that. Their training is part of that Nuwabian. I told you when Brother Mentu told me, when they came on the land, they were speaking Nuwapic. And they said they cut the neck and said they speaking English. So they already know what's going on, you know. So my thing is that's all past. And we, you know,
we looking to listen, we looking to get our things straight, because a lot of the people's are twisted. Okay. A lot of people is twisted and confused. One of the main reasons why I was like, I wanted to get you up is to clear up a lot of misconceptions and misunderstandings, because you still got all of the UCC, the Moorish stuff. You still got all that stuff circulating.
All that stuff came from the CIA.
Damn.
When we came through the crack in the code 1, 2, and 3, they found them brothers in Utah and Arizona.
Yeah.
Okay. So who
4
wrote
3 is my favorite.
So who wrote 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9?
I stopped at 4 at 5.5.
Okay.
It was like they get done 5.5.
You see what I'm saying? So it's a venue that every state has. It's called UCC, Uniform Commercial Code. Every state have it. Even our state have it, but we use carbon UCCs because we sign on our UCCs because we're a sovereign state. They're operating a corporation, so they don't sign. So all these cats that's found in the UCC, the attorney's just going right behind them and counting them out with a 5.
Really?
They ain't got no right to use it. Back in 2007, the federal government took up all recordings in the United States when we filed that stuff in our court case.
Wow.
That's when the federal court said they wouldn't accept nothing in red in the court case. But we came in there
because everybody was doing the red. Yeah.
Yeah, because see, you got to understand is if you going in and represent yourself as a foreign national-owned country, you got to file what they call a pro hac vice. Okay? So all these cats talking about they represent themselves from their country or they got some constitution or whatever. When they go into these cases, they're supposed to file a pro hac vice to tell the court that they're coming from their own venue. Okay, so because personally, the case wasn't never supposed to leave the Solicitor General's office. Okay, when you get to the prosecutor office, that's the bid bond, performance bond, payment bond system.
That's
and
right.
Once you start that process, that's why you go look at the filings when you go hire an attorney. Okay, you turn yourself over to them, and they got to file a UCC 1 on you, and then they turn you over to the court. And in I think UCC 3 or one of them, they add the prosecutor and the judge to your filing because they got to come in and operate your birth rate contract. That's why you got to come in pro se.
Got pro se. Wow. Well, before we we got a brother that got to ask a question, but I want you to go in on when you was doing your the declaration and you was doing your filings, the things that was happening globally.
Oh, I'm in tune with everything. I'm the reason everything going on.
With the Pope, with the
Everything.
Queen, with Obama.
Everything. Over everything. I've been checking stuff ever since I stepped on the scene in 2009. I'm just the one they never talk about. We went up to in 2017, I bought a Cadillac, and me and Carray went up to Chicago to pick it up. Never seen this person, So
yeah.
We drove straight to the dealership. So I had my nationality badge, and I got there, Italian now. Oh, here, Italian guy. So when we got the car, we was talking to him, having a good time, And he said, "What's that around your neck?" And I said, "That's my nationality." He said, "Yeah, I heard the Moors got their seat back." So, that threw my attention. So I said, okay, how did he know the Moors got their
That's
seat
crazy.
back? Okay.
That's right.
So in my conversation with him, his son was the attorney for the chief judge of the Supreme Court. So they're talking about you behind the scene. They can't talk about you in front of the scene. That's why Barack said I had to stay as a cruise ship, not a speedboat, outside of the congressional record, because he couldn't put me on the record. He lose his office.
Sheesh,
so Joe Biden knows exactly what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why they got a Jesuit president in the office. It goes down to it's between all this more stuff is I don't pay. I got everything set right, but it really goes down. It's between the Jesuits and the Franciscans, okay? Because the Franciscans became the protectorates over the Washita Moors, sovereign jurisdiction, and land rights, imperial land rights.
Okay.
In 1713. So everything that they did in Haiti, they was acting on behalf of the Washita Nation, because they said that they were the protectorates in 1713, including the Floridas. And the Floridas is Cuba, all of them. So in reality, by me emerging as King Louis XX, I just write a check to Haiti and pay that bill off so we can uplift that country as I'm emerging. And that's in process as we speak. I ain't got time to play games, so we rolling.
We ain't got no time to play games. Listen, I'm opening the lines. I'm opening lines for brothers to ask questions. This is serious, y'all. This is about freedom. This is about tribe. This is about the Yamassee. This is what the
I finished up what Doc told me to do. I finished my mission. I finished my mission what the Empress told Crown Prince tell him to do, and I finished my mission on Doc. And I'm running the state. I own it. And you see me live. Tell anybody out there that got to say they got a chance to step up to the plate. I don't care what Moors Nation, whoever. I don't care. Tell them to step up and show me some full faith and credit.
It's public now.
I tell you right now, you can't find one.
We want MAKU, Chief Thunderbird Black Eagle free. We want.
That's
Yamassee.
That's the issue that like I said, when I come to that issue, I recognize him as MAKU Thunder Black Eagle. Okay.
True.
Outside of that name, that's the sovereign, because he's nationalized he was nationalized in his own sovereign state.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Any name, Dr. York, Abanumi Barakata, Aisha, whatever he had since birth, all the way back to York, okay, is under Chief Black Eagle.
Gotcha.
So whatever his family think they can do, they can't outshape that issue. So he saved himself, because he said, I know things you don't know. I keep my friends close and my enemies closer. And I got watchers. And the watchers is watching you.
The watchers is watching. Brother Irvin, this is his thing. He loved going into the subject matter, even if we not in there, so
what subject matter you want to talk about, brother?
You got questions. Go ahead, Irv. Go ahead, bro.
Rahubat Yasar,
greetings and prosperity. Let's go.
Khufu, Elder, appreciate you. Much love and appreciation for you, to you. I'm so looking forward to His Excellency's return home. With
Yeah,
us. Already in my heart, I'm already feeling the presence already free. However, this, it's just got to catch up to the reality, of what we feel that
shoot,
we are.
we got to get our thing together.
That's what I was about to.
We coming home to, and
Yeah,
we all twisted.
Well, that's what I was going to
say. You got to look at it this way. Okay, under the status that we have, it's never going to work out the way you think. It's not going to be it's not going to be a bit media thing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely not.
It don't work that way. It don't work that way. Still process. So that's under the state that we under the apostille.
Come on
our end, because we able to write him pure apostilles. Apostille, our government, apostille number 3 on the United States in Georgia, all the other states, it's called prisoner release or prisoner as change. Okay, so when we send that from our government, that's as changing him from that government to our government.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, mm-hmm. So then we go from there. So it's nothing dealing with all this fouling and all this UCC and all this court. Just check this out. Check this out. If all these cats who claim to say that they follow the Lamb everywhere he go, well, you explain to me, and you're gonna have to explain to him, why ain't none of y'all became attorneys?
Hey.
I thought we would be we lawyers, not attorneys.
How you a lawyer? You ain't got no sovereignty. Only the true more can bring the law, because the contract you under from birth record, the states of the United States, they can only operate that on the United Nations venue as administrative and legal entity. They can't operate under a lawful entity. You can't be no lawyer. So that's why they call themselves esquires. They're not lawyers, they're attorneys.
Right. That's true. Now, well, all right. So I want to just to bring you
ask a question, God.
Just to bring you up to like a little clarification as far as for myself and what I've been doing as far as correcting myself on the record, right? And I didn't do UCC. I didn't do that because from studying and then going within and keeping Pop in mind the different things that he said over the years, I know that UCC is not something we're going to do. That's commercial. And like I say, I have my CDLs. I'm an A CDL, been that since 1997, right? And what I've done as far as for myself, I've corrected my status on the record by from where the compromise initially occurred, from the city all the way up to the federal, right? And I have my I'm in the first position linked to that. And nobody else can use that nom de guerre, right? Nobody has rights to that nom de guerre. And I corrected that nom de guerre with my, and I attached my inherited, right, ancestral inherited title and have my own corrected title that I created for myself, my own entity that I'm utilizing for public and private, in the public and the private. That's what I'm utilizing for all endeavors, right? And also, and then also, MOORISH Shoni Bay Alina Tero El Bay, I use that. That's private. That I'm never. That's all the way private. And so that's what I'm wanting to come.
Well, none of that. I understand everything you're saying, and that's cool. But under the status as a foreign nation in your own country, you can only operate from a trust status, and you have to become a trustee of your own trust. Okay,
and that's what that's what I forgot to say.
So the only way that you can operate under the Queen's venue is that you have to establish yourself as a foreign nation in your own country, and that's what we did. We got the apostille. So the settler.
That's what I was going to say. So I don't really want to operate. I don't want to operate. I kind of like I was doing things.
But you just operating under the banking system. That's commercial remedy. You still in the Queen's jurisdiction. You can't do nothing outside of your birthright contract. You can register anything you want, but they still got jurisdiction over it. So whatever way you go with a 501c3 or EIN number or LTD number or whatever you file, that's just commerce. But
that's how I was going to say.
The IRS got two systems. That's all they got. On the left, they got LLC, LTD, SM, all them corporations, okay? Birth record contract, all that's on the left. Everything on the right is trust. Okay?
Right.
That's one of the two systems they got. Okay, so that's why they got in God we trust on our money. In government orders departments, we trust on our money. Because they work out of a trust. Okay?
That's right.
And they never tell you the official members of that trust. But the operators of that trust is the Congress and the Senate. All right, and they're operating as an oligarch for the Moors by Zitcher. Okay.
That's right. Yes,
okay.
Yes.
So you can't
anything.
So you trying to act operate in all them ways. I mean, I don't see the use when you have your own state and you ain't got to deal with them all. Because I mean, all that stuff is legal jargon to me. But when you go through the court system, you ain't got no remedy to why you entertain yourself, how you pay yourself. You can create all the entities you want and name yourself all the names you want, but at the end of the day, that birth record contract is the seat of the whole contract, whoever you is. So how do you get rid of that? How do you get rid of that contract to separate yourself from that contract to say you operate in the United States any other way?
That's what I was going to say. That's what I did. So I created the 9-8. I mailed, I mailed.
That's just different tax remedies. The remedy. We not nowhere under that system. Period. We're not under no IRS code. We have our own sovereign state. That's everything dealing with the Queen. Will I be able to bring what I've created thus far as my trust? Because I'm operating. Well, why would you need a trust? Why would you need a trust when you nationalize with silver? When you nationalize with silver in your own state, you become part and parcel of your own state.
Now I don't know anything about that right there, brother.
That's why we run a state. Because see, all that stuff, these remedies we was doing back in 02, 03, trying to operate outside of the United States, outside the state, have our own venue, you can operate this. We did all that, but that's why we had to come in the end and get our own state so we have our own dock. So we got to have our own docket. We got our own docket. Anytime you docket any of your stuff, you got to use them. So when you dock anything in their jurisdiction and their recording service, they own it.
Right.
That's the trap right there. That's the trap.
Right. You have to always go through the subrogation route. You have to always do the subrogation route. So that's why
we we got our own state. We don't need to talk to you for nothing.
Don't need it. All right. So my question is,
I'm gonna put the link for the government in the chat too. So that brothers and sisters can go and connect and look to register.
That's what I was gonna say.
We got you. We got that. We
that's what I was about to ask you. What but Elder Khufu, so like mine is going. I know my situation may be a little different, or maybe it will, maybe it won't. I gotta ask you because everything that I've done, because I also got a foundation that I've created under the the 9-8 foreign trust.
That's all legal jargon under the 1871 Reconstruction Act.
That's true. Yes.
So I docked back to 1713 treaties of Utrecht. So regardless of what you filing, I still own all the damn land.
Okay.
And they have, and where we working at now, they have to eventually pay us royal taxes because I actually own it. I actually control the 3 million acres of the Washington land, and I control the jurisdiction of the Al-Moroccan Empire.
So the best thing to do is just start the procedure over with you. That's legal jargon. We running a state. I need you to come in and learn how to be a imperial deputy chancellor, which is like the vice president of the United States. I need you to come in and learn how to be the imperial MAKU financial officer. That's the same position as the imperial treasury. I need you to come in and learn how to be the imperial chancellor. That's the same position as the president of the United States. That's the authority we got. That makes sense.
That's who we at. Irvin, you about to be rotated out, God. I got other questions, brother. We got brothers and sisters coming in.
All right, so share the link. I'm
gonna share the link. I got you. I got you, brother.
Yes,
I appreciate
you got my email. Send it to my email too, God.
I got you, family. We gotta get the other people in, man.
I appreciate you.
We gotta get the other people in. Listen, Khufu's, you up? Let's go. Right, we're back. Khufu's, what's up?
That look like that. That look like the guy that's what was that guy?
Dr. Doom, yeah, Dr. Doom. Oh, we got the goddess. The goddess is coming. Let's go. All right. You on, goddess. Let's go.
Greetings. So I'm speaking from London, United Kingdom, and I just want to know what is the equivalent to what you are talking about as in relation to United States? What's the equivalent to being in the United Kingdom? And I hear you mention about the Queen, etc., the post office. I understand, I overstand a little bit of what you're saying, but I always, every time I speak with someone who talks about sovereignty, it's always from a United States perspective, not from a United Kingdom perspective. And we have a large community over here who are just as interested. Baba is our master teacher. And so I had a Nuapian passport at one stage. So I just want to find out, how do we work that particular system where we are?
Okay. So in our jurisdiction, under our jurisdiction go all over the world, because I inherited the emperor's red flag. So remember, they cut the flag down. They didn't decommission the flag. Okay, so I'm able to dock myself back to June 23rd, 1786. And now I have my royal crown on the red flag. And King Muhammad is very aware of me moving this ship. That's why he raised the flag July the 14th, 2019, because of what I sent him. Okay, so July the 15th, I'm sorry. Okay, so under your status, you said you had a Nubian nation passport. That passport was a novelty. Dot never created no state. He created organizations. Okay, he might then file all the paperwork to be a 501c3, but he registered all his books within the United States. But he never had his own state. Under the Ansar law community, he was under the protection of the Sudan, of the protection of the diplomacy for the Sudan. And when he dropped Islam, Sudan dropped him. And that's when he said he had something. He came with Nuwabu, and back in the 90s, and he docked 92 the Constitution and said, this is what I came to do. But from 67 to 90, he was under protection of the Sudan embassy under the jurisdiction of Sudan. Okay, so when he got the Constitution, he was trying to find a home. So he went to Liberia. He went to these countries, nationalizing himself so he can dock the Constitution. And so that's up in New York, tried to use it back in 96, and that's when he pulled it off the market. So he said loose lips ain't ships. Okay, so under our venue, sis, my sovereignty is over the Queen. She's not even worth me speaking to now. She know I got jurisdiction back. She's so mad at me, she can't even leave her country because of me. Wow. I locked her in her country since the Pope, except when the Pope wrote the Motu Proprio. You can go on the Vatican website and do your research. They charged her. He wrote the Motu Proprio in 2013 because I sent him the Imperial Constitution. Okay, that Imperial Constitution was formerly the United Nubian Nation Moorish Constitution. Okay, so that jurisdiction is under me now. I own all that. So when I sent the Constitution to the Queen and all them, she was summoned by the Queen, and then she allowed the United States to create another shell company after he wrote the Motu Proprio. So then when she violated the Motu Proprio, he came with the civil orders to Obama in 2014. And he said that he was talking to me directly, because I know, but the Moors got hold of it and they try to say he was American state citizens is the Moorish American. They never said that. To be an American state citizen, you got to be a foreign national in your own country. And the only way you can be a foreign national in your own country, you got to have full faith and credit from the United States. And that's what we got. Okay. So in 2014, King Muhammad, he said that he only recognized a treaty with the United States, and we got a contract with the United States. So that kicked the Moors to the curb. So anytime you get nationalized on us, I've been all over the world. So
what's the first step? What would be the first step that I would need to take?
Well, you have to register with the university, and once you register well, I'm not slowing you down from running your state. So we invite you to the council call so you understand government. And we have calls every night. And we're going to keep having calls until this shit run. And as you understand the government and get yourself nationalized, don't bring all these Nubian names. We are a lawful, legal, and administrative state.
No, I understand.
You're recognized on it. If you're not a murderer or child molester or pedophile, okay, murder cases is individual. If you self-defense, okay, we're gonna look at that. But if you're not none of that, there's nothing gonna stop you from getting nationalized. Okay. So that's just because it's not. We know the system. I came through the system. So when you reckon, so I just tell people, we have people send their paperwork in because they know a notary, they'll get this name nationalized. We like, man, why are you trying to sabotage your own government? We don't give a damn about all that stuff. Okay. When I transfer the records over to y'all, okay, I got to transfer all to make sure everything is documented. Because see, the way the government is set up, sister, is that the Imperial Indigenous Matriarchal Council oversees the whole government. And they 31 council sisters on that council. They oversee the whole government. So you can't make it to the council until you learn how to run your government.
You said 31 sisters?
It's the matriarchal council. You know what I mean?
Matriarchal council, 31 sisters.
They got 30 because the queen got 27 in New Hampshire. Portsmouth, New Hampshire. She got 27 council members up there. So we had to get more than her. So we got 31 pure indigenous matriarchal council system. Well, the sisters oversee the whole government like it's supposed to be. I'm the emperor to oversee to make sure the sisters are protected. So they won't come cut our neck no more. That's my job. But the sisters run the whole government. I know a lot of brothers don't like that, but that's just how it's set up.
That's what Doc was telling us and preparing us for also.
I just did the mission. That's why he told you in 2000. He said the one that's coming after me, ain't nobody gonna like him. That's why they call me the unwanted one. Ain't nobody supposed to like me. I'm shocked you like me.
Damn. Sis, is that it?
I just wanted to obviously ask the obvious question, which is what needs to happen in terms of getting Bubba out? Like what would be
this is gonna be the last one because I asked him, the other brother asked him. It's gonna be the last one.
I heard when you said it's not gonna happen the way most would expect it to happen. I understand that completely. I think it would be the smartest thing would be for it to happen where nobody knows about it. So I get that.
It gotta happen that way. It never. Yeah. You got to realize that there's nothing else to be done on our case under the Dwight the normal Dwight York.
Yeah, misnomer that they have that they made up.
There's nothing else to do with that case. That case that what's that sister name? I think of Moot's daughter, Peter Ali Muhammad boy. When he filed that docket that he filed on behalf of Doc's case, that was the end of the case.
Ooh.
That was it. Now that transfer they were working on to Butler, that would never work because that girl Victoria, she never got commissioned to do law in Georgia, practice law in Georgia. So whatever that filing was a fraud. So she could her law license was in Texas. So she would have to file that in Texas. That North Carolina, that Butler deal. Butler is a place where they send crazy folks to recuperate that have setbacks, and it's an open ground where you can go walk your patients and everything like that. That's Butler. That's what she was trying to get him. And I told her that was just out of her mind because the state, you let the state know what you were going to do before you got accepted by the state. You should have got accepted by the state first and then did what you were going to do and then let the state kick you out or just, kick you out of the state. But at least you got the job done. You know what I'm saying? So all them filers, them cats is saying is moot to me because the case is dead. Okay, the last chance they had was with that brother Malik Shabazz, but the first filing he did, anybody know in law that you ain't gonna automatically get through on the first round. So they already knew they were gonna lose the first and second round to get what that's just court. So after they lost the first round and she fired them and hired this character, and he don't have no damn bar license to practice attorney law in no damn country. And he wrote that brief on Doc that I just sat back and just laughed because I wrote that shit one eye. And he filed that crap on Doc just trying to get in the family's business. And once the case didn't go through, he started slandering Doc out there on the market. They created that whole mess. But that case was over since then. Everything they've been telling the family is a bull crap lie. That case is dead. So whatever, Doc is in there for 135 years until I come get him. Other than that, there ain't no other way. All that crap they out there playing, talking about they got an embassy. They ain't got no embassy. That's the 208-1992 number that Doc put in the YAMASSEE government. And we sat on them seats until 214 or 213 when I sent the family the Declaration of Independence. And they realized they were more families on the state. And they got into that rift with Latif and his clan. And then they started sending that boy, whatever his name, Deuce, whoever, they started sending him up to the UN to represent the seats. That he can't move nothing with that. That's under YAMASSEE jurisdiction, and they will be brought to court. Because I got an Imperial ambassador that's going to the UN to straighten out that matter with the 215-93 number. That crap that boy in Fayetteville talking about and Tarif, and that crap that they talking about with the 208-1992. It's just a matter.
I'm putting a link for the embassy inside the chat, sis. Listen, I'm going through it like everybody else. That's all I gotta say. Okay.
Just going through it like a little sale. That's all.
I'm going through it, sis. I'm gonna let somebody else come in.
Okay, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Oh my goodness, sis. I appreciate you
so very much. Thank you.
Again, oh my goodness.
Adi Loye, I appreciate you, and I will be registering.
I had to. We got another brother. What up, beloved? What's going on? Talk to us.
Hey,
yo,
I love this conversation. Man. Appreciate you. Love your hat. Love it.
Oh, this is a crown.
So listen.
All right, what you got,
crown? Hey, appreciate you. So basically, based on my understanding, because I went through a period of time where I was going to claim my citizenship, but I was going to do it underneath Mooriship. I don't know if you know about the brother Asir, the Duke of Tears. He was a brother in Florida. He's got a mosque down there, and they were doing some things, talking about the Reconstruction period of 1774 and 1776, where the Moors signed a treaty with the American governments at that time to reestablish the power or the unity over to the American or the European governments at that time. With the YAMASSEE tribe, now I don't know much about it. I'm just hearing about this as you were speaking about it, and it's very interesting to me. And I want to know the origins of the YAMASSEE tribe. Now, was it all over the northern, North America?
It was the only contract that when the Empress Verdiasi and the Empress Verdiasi and one of my teachers, Archbishop Brown, who was her first cousin. Okay, when she got permission to go to the United States up to the office of the president, they was able to go below the president, which I got a lot of echo. What's the echo?
Yeah, we getting back up. We get background stuff, brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
You can put your stuff on mute while you answer. Yeah, put it on. There you go.
Okay.
We good.
Okay, so when they went up there, was able to go below the White House, which got 6 floors under, okay, of our records, okay, and so they found out under that thing that the only contract that they never signed was with the Washington and the YAMASSEE, okay, so the YAMASSEE consists of North Carolina, South Carolina were like one place, okay, Florida and all that, and then the Washington was across the Mississippi, okay, so they never got no legal contract, none of that land. Okay, so I don't know who this brother is in the Duke of Tears. The only thing you got to ask them is give you some full faith and credit. Okay, if he can't show you where he got authenticated, he's just another one of these cats out here on the Moorish market giving you a nationality with no venue. Okay, if you want to buy that, that's fine. That's your money. But I don't have time to play because we got full faith and credit. Okay, so the YAMASSEE, when they didn't have no contract with us, when we got the full faith and credit from Georgia, where they just signed back into land back to us since 1715. See, so the land is under us now, under the YAMASSEE government. Okay, so then the Washington is under us too. going all the way back to 1713, because you can only do that with full faith and credit. Okay, so I don't. There's nothing really for me to debate with her son Joe, because he don't have no venue. I talked to him already, and I don't mind giving. We got 4 states. We have the Imperial Cmye government for the Republic. We have the Imperial Moorish Al-Moroccan parentheses Maxim in parentheses Empire, or American dash Maxim Empire. Okay, that's another state, a country. And then we have His Imperial Majesty Royal Post. Okay, so under His Imperial Majesty Royal Post, you got 2 states. You got the Emperor Watchdog Moority Doug Manya, and you have His Imperial Majesty, his sovereign crown prince, sovereign state. So I created me my own damn state. Okay.
So question. So
the Joe issue with the Washita, that state I did for the Empress. So they will have to come over and nationalize the Empress, or her granddaughter. She will have to come and nationalize under us to get that sovereignty that she longed for. And I already got a state for. I mean, I ain't got no problem with it. That's why I did it. I don't want it. I got my own damn state. You know what I'm saying? So you have all that full faith and credit that I was able to establish, because people kept wondering why I didn't come out so quick. Brother, I had to raise 3 damn countries. I had to raise the Continental Moorish Empire, His Imperial Majesty Royal Post, and the Imperial Moorish Al-Moroccan parentheses of Maxim that's American Empire. And that's 3 crowns. I got 3 crowns. So under each crown, you have your own state. So it's not no power struggle. You have the Imperial Mir under the Imperial Moorish Empire. Okay, you got the Imperial Chancellor under the Imperial Cmye government for the Republic. All right, you got a Duke under the Emir Watchdog Moority Dundamanya. You know, that's already established. We're just moving the ship to get. This is the template, so you can run your own state. They can't touch us. They can't do no contract with us. We the best kept secret. But they got to emerge us. They got to let you know now, because they can't hide us no more. Too many questions been asked.
Wow. You got any more questions, bro?
Trump tried to steal it. See, Trump tried to steal it because
go into the Trump situation. Yeah, talk about.
See, Trump tried to steal it. All right, hold on, man. All right, so Trump tried to steal it. See, because I sent Obama the Imperial Cmye government decree in 17, and they supposed to arrive that morning. I got tracking from it's in the back of it's online in proof. That last proof, that's the Imperial Cmye Declaration decree that I sent to Obama, thanking him for all the stuff he said about us and what we did on our journey. They sent that package to Miami, Florida. So Trump knew that what the Democrats were trying to do, and then he came in trying to be the king, because he knew the United States they under Emergency Powers Act. They's not under no constitutional rule. There's no constitutional rule since 2001. Everything they doing is called the Emergency Powers Act under Homeland Security, because they don't have no more authority. Okay, so you got the state of the authority. They have no more authority. So they only lying what they say they doing through fear. You know, and their police tactics, the way they set up the police to protect them for the fraud they committing against us. You know, so once you nationalize, you outside their venue. So now you under your own state. So now you got to go out and do business with other states, and you got other states do business with yourself. Brother, I'm in the process right now building my own damn mint. I'm ready to print my own damn money. I'm way gone, man. I'm 20 years gone. I ain't thinking about this crap these people talking. I got authority to print my own damn money. And that's why I just sent a contract with this out there right now. That's why we rolling. I ain't got time to play. I'm moving the ship.
Oh man, where you go? Where you go, Khunfu? You got questions? Where you go, man?
Word. So
you got any more? You got another question?
Yeah. So if I may, so basically, like what I'm hearing is like, so the fact that we underneath the YAMASSEE tribe, we able to run our own states and our own jurisdiction. That means, like you said, able to print your own money. Does that also mean we have rights to land, just as they have rights to land when it comes to resources?
I already got all land. I ain't heard everything. I ain't heard the 68,000 acres in Monroe, Louisiana. I ain't heard the Washington Territory, the 3 million acres, all up in Canada. The North Ordinance, the 1787 North Ordinance, all that stuff is wiped out now because I got the land back. It's all under contract. That's why the Pope. Listen, go read the motu proprio that the Pope wrote in 2013, July, and he told you there. He told you in there that there's somebody walking on the land that got more power than me. He said, cut it. And he said, you got to September the 1st to end that contract. And that for Faye to close the contract. He said, close the contract. So September the 1st, 2013, they're supposed to brought us into a room and straighten that contract out. The Queen opened up for them to get a shell company so they could continue the fraud. And that's when he wrote the Civil Order 214, the 3 civil orders to Obama. And he told you about all the attorneys being pirateers and all that stuff. Okay?
Yep.
All the attorneys pirateers, and you want to play with them? All attorneys pirateers against your contract? And these people out there paying all this money in Doc's case, and they pirates against your birth record contract, and he's #1 enemy, and they paying to keep him locked up? Come on, bro.
Come on, man.
I put the link. They've been paying since 2003 to keep him locked up because they don't want him out. They love that money.
I put the link.
It's illegal what they're doing, man. Like I be thinking about it. Like now that all the pieces are coming together.
Hey, check this out. But check this out. This one's gonna mess them all up. Because see, he's my vizier, right? So in my being my vizier, all of them got to pass through him and tell them and straighten themselves out in front of him. I don't want to hear nothing they gotta say. They gotta talk to him.
Yo, listen, bro.
They gotta talk to him.
Listen, man, I appreciate you, bro. I gotta let somebody else come ask a question. All right, God.
Come on.
Appreciate you.
All right, appreciate you too. You be safe, family.
Hey,
oh man, this is ridiculous. Listen, this is a blessing, beloved. This is definitely a blessing. Khufu, you on?
Hey, Rahul back, Moistar.
Peace and blessings, Rahul back. What's going on with you, God?
I'm good. Anyway,
Hey, man. Ask your question. That you got the brother Emporer Khufu
Oh,
here.
my question is this: how do we compel these courts to unseal the transcripts to the case? Because that's what they use to hide their devilishment.
Well, see, under our jurisdiction, okay, and under the imperial laws of our Constitution, we have authority to unseal anything. But I wasn't looking at Doc's case. I was unsealing all the treaties they're trying to hide. But that just falls under judicial administration. So once that transferred under our state, they got to open up all the books. So they operating in fraud.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, United States gave us full faith and credit. Okay?
Explain full faith and credit again.
What does that mean?
Credit to the people
Okay,
again.
Because I'm a baby. I don't understand what that. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay. So when people get full faith and credit, this is what I think the apostille process that they created in the Hague with states to keep people from going to country and trying to say they from a royal family and create a peanut farm and make $100 million and find out they was a fraud. Okay, so they created what they call the apostille process at the UN level, and then that transferred all the way down to the states level. So under the Constitution of each state in the United States, they have what they call full faith and credit. So they're giving whatever the document that they are putting down and whatever document that you go get authenticated, they authenticate it with an apostille. Okay, so it's what's under that apostille, and they call it a blue bag. Okay, so each country had their own blue bag. So in America they have blue bag. All the countries they might got a red bag. But we call all the purple bag. So we roll it. Okay. All right. So when Georgia apostille our state, see, we didn't try to get a birth certificate authenticated. We didn't. We authenticate a state. Okay. And then we put legs on the state. So when they gave us full faith and credit in the state, they gave us the same full faith and credit that the state has. They don't really want to tell nobody about it. They're trying to hide it because at the same time they gave us the state, the Ku Klux Klan was trying to get the rebel flag on the Georgia state flag. And we came through the back door and they gave us our state. Okay.
Who were the ones who gave who are the ones that gave who was the one who gave it to you? Or was it just that you just made the declaration like this is mine, I want this? Like how does that work?
What you mean? I didn't understand your question.
Well, you said that they gave you the faithful credit or something like that.
A full faith
And I'm saying, yeah, so who was the one who bestowed it? Who was the one that said, this is what we're giving to you? Because you're saying somebody gave it.
No. Where in America, they have an office that you go get things authenticated in each state. So when you carry your documents there, your notary got to be authenticated, certified, and then they use that to just authenticate doc. They do that every day. It's what's under it's what's the document that get authenticated where the full faith and credit kicks in. So when people come in and say,
what department do you go to? What department do you go to for that?
Each state got their own Secretary of State. It's at the state.
So it's to the so at the office of the Secretary of the State.
Yeah, because Secretary of State is the highest seal in every state. That's the highest seal of the state.
I got you.
Okay. So
tell Pharaoh his mic is off.
Well, I think he talked to somebody on the other end. They asked him questions.
So that was Colin Powell that gave the full faith and credit, right?
Right. And so when we carried the apostille up, when they Saffuddin out of Philadelphia, when they carried the apostille up to the State Department, Georgia's apostille that I signed, when they carried that up to get it authenticated at the State Department, Colin Powell asked the Deputy Assistant Attorney, Secretary of State, to go see if the YAMASSEE Native American government, via matter of fact, embassy was docket on record. Okay, and they came back and said, Khufu, Ranu, Sudat, Samsonel versus the United States Post Office. And Saffuddin said, Colin Powell eyes got big as that my seal behind me. He said, they on record. he said they on record, and he said, yeah, they on record. There's a Khufu, Ranu, Samsonel versus the United States Post Office. That's how we got it apostille.
Oh, okay.
Let me straighten that out. That's how we got number one apostille. Number one. Okay, that group, that group that they used to call Ali Muhammad, that group, whatever, ISIS or something.
I know you talk about.
Yeah, they got apostille number 2, and they was trying to use it like it was apostille number 1, and Obama came in and shut them down.
So Ali Muhammad with his ISIS group, they was actually official at a certain level.
They had apostille number 2. That's why they found that thing in Doc's case, but he had to be signed on to that venue. Okay, he couldn't. He didn't have no authority. He had to go through the State Department to let them know that he was filing something on behalf of Doc. That's why they came in and shut him down. That's why they don't call themselves ISIS no more, because of what they do. What did Obama call ISIL? Didn't he say ISIL?
Yeah.
He said the terrorist group was named ISIL, right? So why did the media put ISIS down there?
They kept calling ISIS, and he kept saying ISIL. They kept saying ISIS. Right. He kept saying ISIL. That was all back and forth.
Because with the State Department, what them cats were trying to do with the apostille, calling themselves ISIS, they came in and shut them cats down completely.
Oh, so they was labeling them domestic terrorism.
That's right. That's why you don't hear from them no more, do you? They done started their own little sovereign something else. All that shit ain't no corporations, man. Ain't no organization. Just like Farrakhan, all them, they ain't no 501c3s, man. They can't give y'all nothing.
That's deep.
Ain't nobody came and did what we did for 500 years. Come on.
True. All right, I got that. So the question is that something that they can revoke from you, since they revoked it from old boy?
They can't. I am the sovereign. They can't. Listen, man. Listen. This what I have created will be here when the United States ain't here no more. What I've done can never be dispersed. What I've done can never be dispersed. Okay, so if they can, that question was answered in 2009 when Obama said I had to stay the cruise ship, not a speedboat. All that stuff was answered with that one statement. You got a state. No state can sit in the seat of another state. That's why Atun Ray or Chief Blackie was training the Nawabians to run their own stuff. That's why he created fake money, all that stuff. And that was all novelty. Created the passport, Nawabian. That was all travel. They didn't have no energy on the market. No novelty stuff. were trying to get that constitution
in order to
in the other
practice.
country.
In order to
Right,
practice.
because that's why he said, he said, if you got constitutional privileges, can't nobody touch you. That's why you see that's why you see the Sabians trying to claim they done wrote their version of the United Nations Constitution. I was like, okay, you just got to come to court and prove who gave you authority to write it.
Nah, they ain't do that. That I don't know who. That was somebody else's stuff that they just.
Oh, okay.
Well,
whoever wrote it,
I don't know who did that.
Whoever wrote it gonna have to come to our court and prove where they get authority to write the Constitution. So that's considered treason.
That's kind of deep. All right, so my question is, like, if somebody's just starting out,
bro, this ain't no game. This is international.
What would you say they need to begin at?
This is a state.
Hold on, I can't hear both of you.
This ain't nowhere somebody can come in and pretend to get citizenship or whatever, and then go sell you out to the cops. And no, once you nationalize your own state, you commit treason when you go against the Constitution.
Damn.
Real, that's real deep, and it makes sense actually. Just on this, when you really just reason it out, it actually fit.
Yo, listen,
we ain't playing no games. So you come on here and nationalize, you gotta run a state. Don't come on here and think you're gonna play some more rabbit hole crap. That don't even exist in a sovereign state. A sovereign state, crazy. When you got a sovereign state, you got free medical, you got free dental, you got free everything. That's what a republic form of government does. That's why the original Constitution guaranteed you. They just created a corporation constitution in 1871 and did a reconstruction and made everybody a corporation.
Yeah, listen, Khufu, I'm gonna let somebody else come in and ask a question.
Yeah, no problem. That's cool.
Appreciate you, family.
Wow.
This is cool for you. You out here acting up. His brother
Raul back.
What's going on, beloved?
All right. Raul back, man. I'm loving this conversation.
Linwood, I don't even want to know the answer to that question, Linwood Williams. I don't even want to know the answer to that.
I want to, brother Adeloye. Is that the right way you pronounce it?
You hit it, brother.
Okay. Now, you're the government, right? Our government, the sovereign government. How does it extend also to the Caribbean? We
own the Caribbean. That's called the Floridas.
Okay. What is it called?
The Floridas.
The Floridas. I'm talking like islands like Puerto Rico.
Oh, no. Under the Washington Nation, right. They were under the Treaty of 1713. They would consider all that was the Floridas.
Oh, right.
They didn't say Florida. They say Florida. I mean, that was Haiti. They had Haiti, the Caribbean, Jamaica. All that was considered the Floridas. The Queen can't, if that country you talking about can't date themselves before 1713, that's Washita property or Washington property.
But okay. I'm with the Confederation of Taino people that has a seat at the General Assembly under Mukaro, which is the chief, right?
Okay.
So we have a seat at the United Nations.
Okay.
Right. So I just wanted to know how that fits in with that government, because obviously something is not going right with that. You know what I'm saying? Even though they have a seat, they're very complicit.
The thing is that over what the Queen, remember, France and Spain is on record as being the protectorates over the Washington Moors de Dugdamania, imperial land rights, and sovereignty. So any contract that Spain and Queen signed outside of that, the Spain and France signed outside of that through all these little wars they was fighting,
right.
They was acting on behalf of the protectorate position, and you didn't have no sitting seat. So when they cut you off the record in 1713, they had to take the Moors MUUR off the record. That's why you didn't hear it no more. So as I'm coming in as the protector, I inherit the treaty back to 1713. So as we emerge in the state, all of that stuff has to be straightened out through treaty law and whatever, and it has to be docked back to the 1713. So anything that's created after that that's what we call what was that title? We call it territories that's being disputed territories. That's what we call it. So that's part of the claim as you moving your state out and whatever. So if you got a seat at the UN, they agreed you to be a part of the charter. The UN is only a charter. The UN can't come and give you no full faith and credit. They only a charter. So that's what countries do to register themselves with a charter, and then they get a seat. So whatever the Caribbean island you're talking about, whoever you know represents that country at the UN under that seat.
Right.
As we emerge in our state, they're starting to understand the contracts that's being allowed. A lot of people didn't know about the 1713 contract. A lot of people don't even know about the Washington. A lot of people don't even know about the Empress of the original Washington. They took her name completely out all the history books.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. So that goes back to the Demasson rules. That goes back to King Louis XVII. Okay, so that goes back to 1787, 89, because during the Revolution, they sent the King Louis, the Crown Prince, over to America, and he ended up marrying the Empress of the Washington. And that's how she the one gave him back his sovereignty. So as me emerging as King Louis the 20th, because that's my right, I don't go ask France for no authority. I already got it from the United States. That's why they call me the unwanted one. Because on the seal, I'm able to raise the Demasson seal that go all the way back to King Louis the First. And I'm out there on the market. So if they got some questions, they got to come talk to me. I got them on my mailing list. I talked to Frank. I sent everything to them. I ain't got to do them notify them. They know I'm coming. Right. That's why the Pope created the Grand Army of the Republic as the military until we form our military and turn them into marshals.
I was going to ask that when it comes to military might, military venues.
That's what the Grand Army of the Republic. Remember, when you go to the civil orders of Obama, it says what? What did the Pope say? He said the authority for him. Now he's supposed to be the vicar. Okay, he's the Pope. He said the authority for him to elect General Ham as the Grand Army Republic General. He said that comes from the American states and American state citizen. So that lets you know he wasn't nothing but the custodian over the Moorish Empire. So he had to take himself out of the picture because the Moors got their seat back, and he initiated the General Ham of the Grand Army Republic to oversee the transition of what's going on now. And when he wrote that in 214. I said, okay, that's going to take about 5-6 years for it to manifest. So 214 and 9 is what? 5-6 years.
Yeah, 21. Yeah.
Right, and that's what all this.
Yeah, a lot of things happen. Yeah, a lot of things happen since 214.
That's right. It's in motion now.
Yeah, a lot of things are happening. Well, that's interesting because I'm trying to find that gateway, that way from the Confederation of Taino people that represents a lot of those islands that have that same United Nations with also the Moors, because we do have Moorish ancestry, you know what I'm saying, mulattoes, which they illegally transferred the mulattoes over from Spain, from the Iberian Peninsula. They transferred them into the Caribbeans, and that was
right. That's all written in our Constitution.
Wow, I got to check into that. I really would like to look at that.
I put the thing on the link. I put the site.
I got the site. I pinned the site.
Yeah. He got
I bookmarked that. I bookmarked it. I want to get into it.
Yeah,
and
that's all written in that. That's all. That had to be explained. That's because see, only a true sovereign can come and write a declaration and a decree at the same time. Only a true sovereign. So that's why I wrote the Imperial Cmye Declaration, Imperial Cmye Government Decree. So I decree your government to run. So you work on the decree. You know how much authority a decree come, don't
you? Not really. I have to do a little more, studying on this.
When you decreeing something, that's the highest authority. So your state has the highest authority to operate. You just got to come in and sit in the seats, accept the authority, and learn how to run your state. And whoever country you want to deal with, you want to deal with your Caribbean people, they have to deal with you on your statehood level now, not through no citizenship level. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So if your bloodline is already on our banner, because on our banner, we have all. That's why you see we say Moorish, Moorish, Moor, Moor, Moorish American, because we had to come under one banner.
Right.
And so the United Nations told them cats back in 2005 that ain't nobody gonna recognize you coming in all these splinter groups.
Now, another quick question: what language is what's the language of?
Well, we speak. But see, with the master teacher, we have a dialect of Nuwapit, and we call our language, we call our version of it YAMASSEE. And so we had to come in and change certain letters to get our own version of it. But it goes back to Nuwapit. That's the ancient language. That's mother language. Doc all that on our government.
That's real.
That's the government language.
And we got brothers, we got young brothers that's doing the research that's confirming historically, showing the documents and overseas and everything, showing the language being used.
That's right. That's our language.
That's very important.
See, they wasn't a letter. They wasn't in our language under Nuwapit. They wasn't who, H-U. So we added who. So my daughter's name, your princess' name who, and that wasn't in our language. So we had to create that. So when we create that changed the language. So that's why we have YAMASSEE, but we still teach from our Nuwapit class books. That's the master language, man. Yeah.
Because I heard there was a problem when certain brothers went to see the Empress Radisha. And the problem when they wanted to come under that banner, the problem was that at that time we was using Rizikian scripts or ancient Egyptian script. Yeah, and the ancient Egyptian glyphs, and they said that's not. You have to have an original glyph. You have to have an original language in order to go forward with it.
Yeah. That's why that's why I say I'm performing my mission that I was given. Okay, and that's what Doc asked me to do, and I had to come to the head to do it, and that's what I did.
Well, great job, man. I'm definitely going to research a little more.
Please, you know we're gonna build.
We definitely we gotta bring this to the forefront.
It's here. I appreciate you, brother. Let me let this brother come in.
Okay.
It's good you asked about Adeloye though, and that's why I put it up there. Yeah, because Adeloye means the crown, the essence of the crown.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice. So that's my Orisha name, Santeria name. That was
okay. Yeah, I practiced.
Did you ever meet with any of the administration with Bob?
Hey man, listen, I'm gonna give you something right now. It's gonna blow.
Yeah, don't give me no names, but you met with some of the people that represent.
All right, check this out, man. A lot of them, I ain't gonna call no names. I'm just gonna put it to you like this. Okay, you ready?
I'm listening.
You ready, right? You got the baseball glove on? You got the baseball glove? You got catch this now.
Go ahead.
All right. All them cats that was running around back in the day called themselves they part of the York clan. Okay, I seen records of at least 10 of them. All right, back in 2000, where they went up to this Moed Cherokee tribe in Charlotte, and they got their UCC ones done, and they put York on their UCC ones. I seen the whole filing. And then they came back down on the land talking when they was Rochelle, York, and all that crap. That's how they became York. They did a UCC one undercover. And the sister in Charlotte that they got it done with, the Moed Cherokee, she showed it to us to let us know who we were dealing with as we go down on the land and deal with them in Doc's case. Let you know the characters we were dealing with. So we seen so we had the whole picture so we can see who we're dealing with in Doc's case.
That's real. But Tanu, you on, beloved. You've been falling off all night. What's happening?
Hey, Rahul back, Moisa.
All right, talk to
honest to you, Emperor Khufu.
Appreciate it.
Peace and blessings.
Yeah, I had one question. I know you were speaking the other day and they cut you off, but they cut you off for the point. One thing you were saying is that the only way Doc is going to get out, and they cut you off. So I wanted you to finish allow you the opportunity to finish that statement and ask when and what can you do as a tribal leader to have him remove or have that order vacated.
Oh well, see by him being a former chief of the Yamassee government, he's actually under my jurisdiction. Chief Black Eagle, what is it, Thunderbird?
Yeah, Chief Thunderbird Eagle. That's right.
All right. So under your judicial system that y'all own and run, it's your government, okay? And from your jurisdiction, you can go at him from that title to snatch him in very simple. That's transfer of authority from your court to court. You have an imperial supreme small s court from the jurisdiction of the Constitution for the United States of America that dates back to 17 September 1787. The Constitution they tried him under is the Constitution, United Constitution of the United States. That's constructed after the 1871 Reconstruction Act. Okay, so only person that's entitled to that Constitution is the Senate, the executive, legislative, and judicial branch. Anybody else is not under that Constitution. So all the cases that they have written in that jurisdiction is considered fraud based on what the Pope said in his civil order. You just got to have the venue to transfer that case to your venue, and it automatically disappears. Because ain't none of them niggas trying to go to jail.
So you saying not just yourself, because you are the emperor of the CMYE,
no,
but
no. I'm the sovereign of the world.
I understand that. You HNIC.
Not just over the CMYE.
I got you. But so you're saying that any one of us.
There's a 4,700-year-old prophecy out of Egypt. And they said in this day and time, they said a sovereign will appear. That's what I am. And his following will be small, but the words he speak is truth. So when I say you got an Imperial CMYE Supreme Court, that's the Supreme Court of the land. Britain can't touch you. The United States court can't touch you. You got the Supreme Court of the land. You just got to get the judicial administration in their seat to run your court.
So you're saying
I initiated a situation where from in 2019 an antitrust claim. It was an antitrust antitrust claim in the Department of Justice, and it was an amicus curiae brief that was successful. And they asked for you and Latif by name to contact them to either validate what we're doing or acknowledge that it's the government moving.
You're not coming from my statehood, so I can't validate anything you do unless it comes from my state. You have to let me know what you're doing so I can see it. I can rewrite it from my state, because that's just, and you ain't got to worry about Latif coming.
Well, that's actually what they waiting for. Actually, with the document you talking about, we can get together. The Inspector General is waiting on it.
Well, I done heard 15 people tell me about this document. It ain't came across my desk yet.
I'm gonna make sure I get that to you then.
Okay, how's it came across my desk? I gotta see the document. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I know the system, so I have no problem. That's my brother. I told you I got a meeting with him. They stopped my reading with him for 17 years now. It's time for us to get on our square and move this ship on.
Let's go. Let's move this ship on. You heard it. So
that's what I'm talking about.
You gotta get that email to him.
Well, you got to realize that everybody want to get Jock out so quick. In reality, Jock is in the same place he need to be right now.
Why would you say that?
Because all these curses they got out there on him.
You said curses?
Yes.
We've been hearing some crazy stuff from the sister Tabby J talking about curses and all that. Are you saying that? You saying some of that stuff is real? You saying that?
Saying that some of that stuff. Man, they buried this man's name in a graveyard, man.
Damn.
They buried this man's name on a casket, a graveyard casket, bro. That shit happened back in 2003, bro.
Damn. You got that one, Tabby J.
Shit. I've been knew that. I've been knew these spells these people throwing on him. So in reality, he had to step off the scene because the new one had to come. He told y'all in 2000 he had to step off the scene when y'all didn't want him to go. And then he brought up that other brother to lead. You know, he couldn't lead. Then Bunny couldn't lead. And then the triad, they were full of shit. Still full of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, it's just real. Just being real with you. I mean, these brothers, listen, man, listen. Let me show you how crooked these brothers is. Doc told them cats to drop the United Nubian Nation of Moors Grand Lodge. They told them to dock that under the YAMASSEE government back in 2003. Why did they go dock it under the state of Georgia? the Blue Lodge?
I don't know nothing about none of that.
Doc told them to drop it. That's why I put it out there, because I know they're going to shake up a lot of feathers. But Doc told them to drop the lodge. Remember, that's a grand lodge. A grand lodge got to have its own venue. A grand lodge can't be under another venue, okay? Because they got the Grand Lodge of England in D.C. that give out all the rights to the lodges, okay? So when Doc say we had the New Orleans Grand Lodge, that made we have our own venue to issue out our own charters, okay? See? And these cats wouldn't file it under the state of Georgia, which gave it put it under Georgia jurisdiction. So they did everything Doc told them not to do, then try to hide it because they didn't want to be embarrassed. Same thing he told them to get nationalized under the Boston Tribe. Now they trying to use the Boston Tribe to get loans on. That's under my jurisdiction. I handle it when it's appropriate time. You feel me?
So some people get the impression that that you're like everything that you've done is, I mean, even though it is independent and it has its own autonomy and it's new, because once Baba's stuff, once MAKU faded out and his seat was left open, when you stepped in, you now recreated everything, basically recreate everything, your image and likeness in the new thing.
But you gotta understand it. No. You gotta understand the contract. Doc never systematized the government.
He didn't systematize the government. Okay.
Okay. So only thing I did was systematize the government. There's no liking on none of that crap people got this judging. No. It's a state.
That's right.
And it has its own rules and regulations. And check this out. You ready? It's organic. Okay. Organic. So if something is there that don't fit, well, we can take it out and put something that's there that will fit.
That's right. It's alive.
Until we get it right. So I did make some mistakes in how I structured the Imperial Cmye Gulf Republic, well, that can be straightened out through government issues, not through no Facebook debate or getting on somebody's talk show. No, it's about government business. So when the executive council come together and they have their meetings and they create whatever they want to do and sign it into law, well, it's law. What else they want me to say? It's your government. I come down from the Sovereign Crown Prince, okay, as the interim Imperial Chancellor to assist y'all in moving your state. I don't need that position. The Imperial Chancellor position is the same position that Doc had under the YAMASSEE government. This is the government that is running the way it is now, the way it's supposed to be running in 2003. But we didn't know how to run no damn government. That's why we put Doc as the chief. But he never systematized the government. So I had to come in and systematize it. So, but I left my door open because I'm a sovereign. So if it need to get changed, it's our shit. We change it. We don't need no permission from nobody else to change our state. And can't no state sit in a position of another state. So whatever mistake was made, brother, can be straightened out. That's why you got a state. That's why you got a Congress. You got a council. Okay, you got just go read the state. You got a whole decree online to tell you how to run the state. So it ain't about do Khufu draft it the way he want to draft it. Listen, we drafted it from the latest states that was established. That was the Apache Nation, the Cherokee Nation, and the Chickasaw Nation. And we took all of their three structures and we made our structure plus with the sovereignty of South Sudan, that was the latest state being created on the market. We created our state from them states that's already been recognized by the United States under BIA. Okay, and that's how you do work. Because you weren't born to run no damn state. You see?
So yeah, we got it. Damn.
So that's how it's structured. And I gave you, and I delegated so much authority to y'all, people that know, like, damn, Khufu, you give so much authority. I said, I don't want to hold their hand so they can move their state. So y'all saying when I'm going to go get Doc, I'm putting in your seat.
That's why I was asking. You basically
look,
saying
I'm putting in your seat. I'm putting in your seat that you got a ship to go get Doc. I can guide you how to do it.
That's my question when I was talking about straight now. I was leading to that. Yeah, that's
I walk with you step by step. I ain't got no problem. But you got to come from your statehood. You can't come from no attorney, and you can't come from no individual, and you damn sure come from no UCC filing. Okay, that ain't nothing but mockery.
What? So what does the sister say? What does the term venue mean when you use it, and what does your state mean?
Oh, well, that's like you doing contracts. You doing government business every day. You contacting other officials and other governments, creating contracts, writing bonds, creating off space, whatever you need, creating whatever you food you got. It's a government. Every function of the state that you represent, well, every function you got under your state. Like now, with me systematizing the Imperial Chancellor for y'all, man, I done wrote so much stuff, and we go on a conference call last night, on government call, and we go to one of our brothers, Razine Ray, is working on a mission for the IDC mission, right? And so we go to the United States to look at their structure. So I go look at the office of the president and to see all his offices, which I already got all the offices under the Imperial Chancellor. Well, under them offices, you got sub offices.
That's right.
Man, I want to look at the office of the president. I said, man, y'all need to come get y'all Imperial Chancellor. I said, I ain't about ready to do all this work for y'all. I got my own house to deal. I said, good gracious life. So, like I said, it's all done, man. The mission is online. You can go read it. The mission, we got like 10 missions up there. So the main thing is the mission.
We looking to get involved.
Chief Black Eagle is always a part of the mission. So regardless, like I told them the other night on the phone, because they like cutting me off, and I cursed them to hell for that, because I'm the sovereign. So I said, I add 3,000 years, you stay in hell for that bullshit. But anyway, ain't nothing gonna stop this motion. And like I said, Don know I'm coming. He know the screen I had to come through. He knew what he created. He know the monsters he created. That's why he told you in 2000. He said the one that's coming out of me ain't nobody gonna like him, because he gonna come and shake up everybody. Okay, he looked right at me when he said it.
Somebody asked, so where was this understanding 12 years ago? And I remember you saying that
we couldn't move because Doc was
exactly. But
yeah,
they obviously missed it.
We had to keep walking small, because you got to look at it. Look what transpired. I won $1 million from the lottery of Georgia, and they said they accept international ID. When I went in to claim it, I gave them my international ID. They just found out about the contract between us and the Georgia. The lottery did. So they was blown away. They ain't had to pay no damn taxes on that money. They was serious. They was serious. All right, they came out to me like left and right. So they took my whole social everything. They took me completely out the system.
Wow. But that helped. That helped.
So when they refused to pay me, I said, okay, then I'll come and get it under the social. No problem. I gave them a social. They came back and said, you ain't in the system.
Wow.
But they didn't come out to me and said I had a fraudulent account. So when I called the IRS, that's when I told you about the left and right side. That's when I got all that. And she said, and I said, wait a minute, I created a trust in 2007. Okay. Because see, once I created CMYE, I created a trust. I knew what I was doing. Okay. And she said, well, whoever took you out of the system in 2011, she said, that's way above my pay grade.
Damn.
She said, but you got the trust. That's why I can only operate the trust. They got me out of the system. I can only work out of the trust as if I'm coming on their side of work as a foreign.
Yeah. You talk about the public and private, basically.
Yeah, they got me out of the whole system. They can't even find. I got stopped one night and they had to pull out my international ID. I gave them a CDL, and they still got me out of the system. Do not touch him. Hands off.
Wow. Listen,
So
man.
when you say venue, I know when you go look up venue, okay, you hear what they say in the definitionary book. But venue is you creating commodities.
Creating
You
commodities.
have your own sovereign capacity to create your own commodities, your own jurisdiction, your own rules, your own policies, your own documentation, your own recording service, your own court, your own bank, everything. That's venue. And they gave you full faith and credit on whatever you sign throughout your apostille process.
And how is what do you mean by a ship when you talk about the ship?
Oh, because your state is a ship. Okay, so when Barack said active state is a cruise ship, not a speedboat, he was telling me how big it was. But I couldn't drive it like a speedboat. But look at a cruise ship. You got 5,000 people on there. Let's imagine, right? And you got a captain. Okay, just imagine that's the president, right? And what that captain got to do, he got to make sure everything on that ship is operating, food, everything. Before he said, "Oh, that's the same thing." I said, you got to move the ship. You got to make sure all the compartments, you got to make sure you got the engineers, you got to make sure you got the electricians, you got to make sure you got the officials in their official positions so you can move your damn ship. That's what I mean. And because I don't want to go push the button and say let's roll, and somebody forgot to put the damn spark plug in.
Oh yeah, that's real. That's real.
You starting to get me? So that's the whole government.
That's everything. That's everything.
So under your university, you have full faith and credit. So if you got a degree from any university within the United States, once you nationalize, you can transfer your degree into your government, your state, and operate from your state with your degree that you got from them.
Wow. The university is we ready to get involved. We ain't playing. I put the link up there if anybody want to go to the site. God, listen, I expected some more people to come here to question you, but they chickened out. I'm gonna say it like that. I'm putting it on the record. Them niggas chickened out. They ain't
gonna run. I remember coming to a meeting. They had me coming to a meeting in Georgia. They said Aline Bay, Taj Tariq, and all them would come to the meeting. When they found out I was coming, nobody showed up.
Todd, matter of fact, I'm gonna get Taj Tariq here next week, but Taj Tariq is on another channel right now.
Yeah, I mean that'll be a great Imperial Chancellor for y'all right now, because he had the wisdom and knowledge to sit in that seat. That's a very powerful seat, and he's really groomed for that. He just got to know how to shape, shift, and change the sail. Because I'm an old Great Seal Moore. I got nationalized in the Great Seal in 2006, and they didn't have no venue. That's why we moved on.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Jeez.
See, I done came through that whole school, dog. That's all.
You went through it. Yeah. I got you. When you went to the quantum language and all that with David Wynn Miller and all that, that's when I was learning the basics.
Let me give you this that's gonna blow your mind. You ready for this?
We listening.
So we went into court in 2005 with the 48 star flag on our paperwork, right? And so we were claiming the 48 star flag because that's our flag. That's freedom flag. That's the Moorish flag. Okay, that's the Moorish flag. Okay, so David, by him claiming the 50 star flag in 1999 with the truth language, he was in tune with everything that's going on in the international market. So when the United States recommissioned, listen to me now, the United States recommissioned the 48 star flag on 26 June 2005. I ain't got to say no more.
That's a fact.
You didn't hear me, did you? Say it again.
They recommissioned the 48 star flag on June 26, 2009.
2005.
2005. So that's
Chief
Thunderbird Black Eagle,
All right. So who was the commander in chief of the YAMASSEE government in 2005?
That's Chief Thunderbird Black Eagle.
And they recommissioned the 48 star flag because we went into court fighting the post office and all of them, and I had a 48 star flag on the left corner of my paperwork with a font stamp on the right because I'm a postmaster, and I shut the whole damn court down. So they had to recommission the flag. David Wynn Miller went over to Geneva to read the copy claim, not copyright. You can only copy claim in truth language. he copy claimed the 48 star flag. And David said that when he filed a case to copyright the 48 star flag, by the time he got something to eat and got back to his hotel, he said that the court was knocking on his damn door and they have already answered him within 3 hours. And they told him that neither him and nobody else can claim that flag. Can claim that flag. That flag got to be claimed by the Moor. He didn't say the Moors. They said the Moor. Only one can come and claim that. He said because the United States got a debt to pay to the Moors that's over 100 million in gold. That's why I know it exists at the Hague. Because the United States got to owe us that damn money. That's why they're not accepted into the international arena to this day. So they created their own international venue under the federal court system. So they ain't got to travel outside their venue because they operating on the legal and administratively. So they got to keep all their cases within their jurisdiction. They can't let it outside because they not over there. So that's how the 48 star flag is on our paperwork because I copy claimed it. So that represents the gold. That represents gold, bro.
Damn,
and I put a 999 sextillion normal sovereign bond against that contract and let everybody know. That's why they tripping on a gold currency now. Y'all just don't know how much we moving the ship behind the scenes.
We know that we gonna learn today.
Hey, when you go look at some of the documents I did and you see what happened after I did them documents, that's when you're gonna wake up.
Yeah, there's some parallels between a lot of the things that you filed and set in motion and a lot of geopolitical movements.
I know, real.
After that.
Why you think Nancy said it was she was on a constitution crisis 17 September 2019? Because I sent her Imperial Directive September 3rd, 2019. And she, the Court of Claims, the Office of the President, Secretary of State, General Ham, Embassy of England, Embassy of the Pope, Embassy of France, Embassy of Spain, and about 50 more organizations of our status of moving our state in 30 days. And so she said it was a constitutional crisis. Because she signed for it on September 16th. I got to track and confirm. And she never came to explain to you what the constitutional crisis was. It wasn't impeaching Trump. That wasn't no damn constitutional crisis. That was just impeachment and you bring the vice president up. That ain't no constitutional crisis. Constitutional crisis is you got authority to stand on the Constitution for the United States of America, and they ain't got no authority over you. So that becomes a constitutional crisis. So they've been running the United States under Emergency Powers Act since 2001. So they're not under no constitutional authority right now.
Yeah, that's real. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So I can't, so that's how that story rolled. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the imperial constitution of the damn land, and you just ain't standing on it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, most of us ain't know about it. Okay. A lot of it, because there's so many things up in the air. Everybody got the quote unquote right way, but there's no substance behind it.
That's fine. But right now, I'm telling them if they call them all, call Todd, call them Maxim Moores, call them all. Tell them to show up. They won't show up because they ain't got no damn venue.
Man. Irvin, you back. I see what you're trying to do. I see what you're trying to do, Irvin. The brother, he asked some questions earlier. He back. But when I'm gonna let him come in real fast because listen, we held you hostage all this time. What's the connection between the works in the government and the works being presented to us? This is the story starting trouble. What's the first thing is okay?
That ain't no trouble. That's simple.
Go ahead, talk about that. The connection.
Give me that.
It says what is the connection between your works, right, as a government, and the government being presented to us as Sabaeans as our governing body under Baba.
Oh, that's not no governing body.
Like
That's not anything. There's nothing anything. They are running a fraction of. Okay, I'm gonna get to you again. I said this earlier. Doc put the Constitution under the Yamassee Native American government. Okay, in 2003. Okay, Doc got 10 seats at the United Nations based on the 208-1992 number under the United Wabi Nation Moorish Constitution. That's why so many people mad, because we got it and they didn't. Okay, that's why they were really mad at us, because Doc gave it to us and they didn't give it to them. They thought they had everything. Okay, so they've been trying to offshoot from us ever since. I told you. Okay, listen. SETI and the Lodge came to us and we gave them how to get their own state. And they went down and did everything we did, and Georgia denied them, and like we knew they were. Okay, so why didn't they come over and get nationalized on the Boxer trial so he can have his own trial?
Why did Georgia deny them?
Because they signed in us already. They weren't signing no more damn states. That's why the second.
Because they sealed everything. Like, nah, we let one of y'all niggas got through. That's it. Nobody else.
She said, you must be out your damn mind. We done signed in one state. We catching hell from the Gold Dome. Y'all know that's the capital. And you think we gonna sign in another state? And she turned around and he Seth said and put that type of document in the air. She told all the clerks, if any of this type of paperwork come in here, you mark it, and it's got to come across my desk first. So why didn't they come and get nationalized like Baba told them on the Boston trial?
I don't know who none of them niggas is. I don't know none of them niggas. I don't know. I was doing a bid. I can't hold 2013.
So when they got word of the seats at the UN, they started attaching themselves to Latif and the claim.
That was what I first heard about Latif.
So that's why you heard that, they had the meetings and Latif came down to in Georgia, down on Auburn Street and all that stuff. He came and spoke. All that. That's why he was trying to mend but the egos of the Nuwabians didn't want to hear it. They wanted to be the one to get Doc out. Listen, man, I done sent an apostille out of Colorado, and them cats tore the apostille apart. Okay, so these cats showed me right off the back. They're not trying to get Doc out.
So
okay?
So if we serious about it,
them trying to claim that they got some nation, sis, they only can give you a nation under the same venue that Doc gave it to you, and that's under organization status. And that's the same thing with Farrakhan, the Moore Science Temple, Great Seal Moors, the Maxim Moors, the Republican Moors, all them the same thing. All that's under the same umbrella. They have no full faith and credit. They have no venue. They only got some of them learning how to do a trust. Some of them learning how to be a LLC. But that's all they got. They have no venue to dock anything that was recognized on the international arena by any state.
This is crazy. Damn, this is crazy.
So when they started talking about in 2012 and 13 that they was establishing this little embassy and trying to give all these tribal IDs out, the embassy they was talking about, they was trying to attach it to the Yamassee Native American government because they found out about the government. But they didn't come and ask the government. That boy name, y'all call that boy whatever his name, Deuce or whoever.
I don't know.
They had been trying to get this brother to talk to me 100 times. He's scared to talk to me.
I don't know nobody by that name.
Whoever is agent to me, but
listen, I'm a baby. That's how I've been studying affirmation since 2005. And I knew how real it was because when I got into my issue, they was trying to give me 200 years. Literally, I had 8 counts, and they was giving me 25 years for each count running wild. That's what so I said, you know what? I fired my lawyer. I represented myself. They hired 6 more prosecutors. I scared them to death. I got the judge to where she was like, my hands are tied. And I didn't know what to do after that because they had me on the wheel. They had me coming to court every day, even though my court case was every 30 days. So they had me on the wheel, and then every time I went back to the state, like the island, they would send me to a different prison and send my property other place. So it was burning me out. And so by the end, even though I had them, I couldn't close because I was burnt out. You know what I'm saying? So after that situation, I ended up doing years.
But that's a good learning experience, though.
I was there. I seen they was terrified. I seen it. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
that's good, because when you get into your own law school, that can help you run your government. So everything you went,
Absolutely.
you gotta spin it. Everything you went through is going to help you in your own government. That makes sense.
Facts. Absolutely. And you know what? It kept me as bad as the big one. It kept me away from all the foolishness that was going on out here, and all that nigga stuff. You know,
I ain't lying, man. So when you look at the Sabians is looking at it, they just doing what Doc was doing before he got off the scene. That's what they was groomed to do. They was groomed to write books. They was groomed to print books. That's what they did every day. They just kept the same process going, and they changed it to their format because they was able to speak on behalf of Doc, and you had to accept what they said. And then they came using the attorney saying, well, Doc said this, Doc said that, and you didn't have no other option but to accept and believe them. And the only thing they was doing is after their own ego. Doc said he left 8 books when he got locked up. He said, if you study them books, all the secrets you need to know is in them books. So why ain't you teaching on them books? Because Haru got them and wrote on them? Well, that's still our brother. So if he rewrote them, we still be studying the books. What's the separation?
What's the 8 books?
I'm running.
I'm gonna research. I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna try to get. I'm gonna get Haru. I'm gonna get Haru up here too.
12 years ago. I ain't stepped. I got some of the books though. I think one of them I had one. I got one right here. This is one of them right here. Y'all seen this one? That's one that Doc left right there. That Haru wrote.
What's the? You read the title. Read the
What's
title.
The title? Yeah.
It says the power of the ancients, their attributes, elements, and you. That's how we rewrote that book with Doc. He tell you right in the front. He said, "There go Doc, and there go him." He tell you right away. You know, wait a minute. Let me see. There it is. That's Haru, and he show you Doc, who's the receiver. So he never disrespected Doc the way they said. Look how you got that brother looking.
Like Melchizedek, like he was when he was talking here. That's right. Malachi's was Doc at that time.
That's how Haru respecting his teacher. They came in and started going out the way because they learned how to speak the language and they got their own dialect and they started writing their own books and they started telling Doc said write this. They came out all of a sudden. Man, I got all that stuff they read. Some brother gave it to me on a zip. He gave me everything they done written.
You can send it to me. Let me get some of that.
I ain't got time to deal with it.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm because I ain't gonna lie, I'm hard on Haru. I'll be going hard on him. So I'm a research.
Yeah, I mean, he's right there in South Carolina now, but he's just doing a journey home group. But he's not out of the organization status. He's still in the 501. He's still in religious status. He's just teaching what Doc told him to teach. That's all he can do.
He gotta advance. He gotta advance.
Yeah, he's just doing his job.
Brother Irvin,
the Sabians and the Wabians underneath who, they was the one who wanted to debate and see who had the right to do this. I say, Louis, you got no damn right. Why is it about y'all? It's supposed to be about Doc or Chief Black Eagle. All of a sudden, it's about y'all egos. Y'all ain't did nothing to say no damn body.
It's about Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle. That's a fact. Go ahead, Irvin. Ask your question.
All right, so Elder Khufu. All right, so I got 2. Well, really, it may be more than 2.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that
one of. All right, so one of. So the flag behind you, is that like is going to be like the national flag?
No, that's the Emperor's sovereign flag. That's why it's so big. That's my flag. When I show up, that's my flag. Your flag is on the website, but that's my personal flag. That's my Emperor's flag. That's my flag.
All right, that's what I was going to say. So yes. For this territory here, the Baltic Moors territory, right?
I don't think I know it's non-Moroccan American territory because I got claim over everything. So whoever got a claim out here, they got to come through me. They got to prove their claim. That's my damn land. I'm finna show everybody in my court. I'm gonna have them all come prove. What you mean you own something? You better show me a doc. You better go back before 1713. If you can't dock before 1713, get off the ship.
Well, no disrespect. I was just trying to say, so I want to be able to represent right here where I am, right? Okay. I want to be able to represent here where I am. Huh?
Where you at?
Where they call this, Baltimore, Murray's land,
okay,
Maryland,
okay.
Murray's land.
Oh yeah, you got a lot of crazies up there.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I ain't alone. I ain't alone.
It's heavy out there. Everybody's searching. Everybody's searching.
Boy,
Yeah,
them more scientific boys up there is completely woo.
I think what kept me grounded. What kept me
you gotta
grounded.
but hold on. Well, let me say this. We went to them too. We went to everybody. We went to the Great Seal. We talked to everybody. And everybody wanted us to come under their venue. And we said, what's your venue? You don't have one. So we had to do our own thing. Because nobody could do anything. They was just like, look, Todd's been around since 82.
Damn.
He ain't got recognized yet. Come on, man.
Yeah,
you got people here saying they got a comfort court and they tenants. They say they got a comfort court in a house where they're a tenant. You got people down in Florida and Texas saying they got a republic form of government and they got a house that got their name on it and they're a tenant.
The tenant.
And they say they got a president. That's the corporation. You got these cats up in Philly coming out with a seal and the eagle head is faced de facto, but they supposed to be sovereign. See, little mistakes like that can't be made on the international arena. And they just keep trying and whatever they can throw out their ass, and they think somebody gonna keep following that crap. Now Todd's got some good lectures, but what freedom how he brought to anybody? He ain't brought that to his damn self.
So for the next thing, I looked at the site, love what I'm seeing, right? So like I said, I want to be able to fly the flag. I want to be able to fly the flag here. So what is the let me know the steps.
We got the register.
You gotta walk like a baby. You gotta crawl, and at least you gotta at least go read your document.
All right.
At least you gotta understand what a state is.
Okay.
Okay, because you it's not an organization. You don't need to go get permission to get a 501c3. You don't need permission to get a 501c5. You don't need listen. We're completely outside of their jurisdiction. That's why the United States is so protected, and because they gave us more authority than them. So they the world power. How can you go out and tell the world you signed somebody in and you told everybody else you can't do it?
Damn.
So the only seat that was left under the government was the Grand Vizier chair. That created the president, office of the president of the United States. Okay, so when December 24th last year, peace be with him, but King Mohammed VI awarded Trump to be a part of the Order of Muhammad based on the so-called treaty that he allowed Israel and Morocco to create, what they say, okay? And then in return, Trump gave King Mohammed up a title as Chief Commander, not Commander-in-Chief. He said Chief Commander. So that let me know, because I'm a sovereign, that the United States just dissolved themselves for anything dealing with treaties. And they put the sole custodianship back under the Kingdom of Morocco because the Moors got their seat back. So now we address King Mohammed as Chief Commander, because now he can answer on behalf of the Imperial Moorish Moroccan Empire.
All right, and so the next thing is this is the last thing. So, because the whole as far as commerce, right? As far as us being able to start patronizing, bartering, trading, exchange, and supporting one another, right? Where's your
tell them about your organization too.
Oh yeah, I mentioned it. Well, yeah, I got the foundation, the structure's already there.
But everything you got is docket under the them. So you got your own venue over here.
No, okay, I didn't put it. I didn't do no 501c. Nope, I ain't do no 501c3. I ain't do no. I left it.
Well, you got a doctor then.
Huh?
Well, you got a doctor.
I have it. So I the foreign I created as a foreign trust, the 9(8) foreign trust, right? So I didn't incorporate it. I didn't use a 501c3.
Okay, that's because of trust. It's a trust. You didn't get your EIN number?
Yeah, I'm operating from within the trust. That's right.
Right.
Everything is operating from within out of trust. And the foundation is where all of the royalty, all of the whatever comes from the foundation to
Well, where you got a foundation doc at?
I'm gonna have to doc. I guess I'm gonna have to do it. I want to tell me the steps on how to doc.
You got a doc a foundation. You can't have a foundation out there. Just you got to doc it. And then the foundation, what kind of structure you got? You got bylaws or you got constitutional?
Bylaws.
Well, you need to do the trust. Foundation run through constitution. Trust is run through bylaws and indenture. But foundation used to have basically like a corporation or like a constitution set up. And they usually file down to Belize and places like that.
And see, I didn't. Okay, so that's the next thing. I didn't go that far. All I did was structured everything.
Okay, fine. Well, that's be good classwork you can bring to your government, and then you can because like I don't have control. I can't show you, but I would show you if it was on Zoom. But I'll show you certain things that's on the market now that's in motion where you already have that system set up throughout our structure, and you able to come in and dock it, and then you could see and help the found. Like I said, it's a Nama Nazareth Foundation, and it's a Moorish Royal Trust. Remember, Noble Drew Ali created the Moorish Divine National Movement, but also Noble Drew Ali, peace be upon him, peace be with him, rather, peace be upon him. Right, he also was what we call the fifth Marquis de Masson Rouge. So that's why he was able to have the sovereignty that he had. He established the Moorish Scientific and gave him a corporation, but his sovereignty came back from the de Masson Rouge, which traced them back to the heir of the throne of France. Okay. So that's because he was born in Sampson County.
That's right.
That's where I was born, Sampson County.
Came off. Okay. So if you could,
you got the fifth Marquis and the eighth Marquis born in the same county. That's the heir to the throne of France.
Back to back.
So Drew Ali set up a corporation. That's the 501c3 with more scientific all cat. They can't step outside that venue. So all of them cats out there on the market claiming Moorish nobility, they all trace themselves back to Noble Drew Ali. They can't get outside that venue. But Noble Drew Ali is the fifth Marquis. I can get outside that venue because I'm the eighth Marquis. So I set up a royal trust and gave it full faith and credit. So we ain't got to go out there on the market and say, hey, I heard Drew Ali created an express trust. I heard Drew Ali did this. I heard Drew Ali did that. And ain't nobody collecting on it. You feel me? So now you got a trust under the Moorish Divine Movement that's under the fifth, eighth Marquis de Masson Rouge, and ain't none of them come stand up and talk to me.
If you get a moment of your time, take a glance. Could I give you the URL to the foundation?
I just registered.
You want to put the email? Oh yeah. I left a comment. If you go to this website, I would left a comment a couple of days ago. Talking about all this.
You can go register
on the foundation site.
Go register and I go from there and I pick it up there because I got a lot of paperwork. I got a project I'm working on right now that's got to go out by the end of the month. And they're moving this ship. I told you we're moving the ship, bro. So
I'm gonna register and I'm gonna register and put the URL there too, so you can look. So
okay, I go check it out. All right,
we got two more questions. Then we're gonna let the elder guard.
We're gonna almighty. So somebody, you want to do a part 2 to get the scaredy cast that wasn't on last night?
We're gonna do a part 2 tomorrow because you're gonna have the naysayers. You know the heat coming. They come and say,
I'm here. I ain't scared. You don't see me banging down. Tell me.
I see that.
So it shouldn't be no nays, though. It shouldn't be no nays. It should be all about just like, all right, it's time to grow. It's time to advance. Let us move on.
People don't deal with universal facts. They want things compartmentalized the way they want it. and it don't come like that, you know. But one of the brothers said,
"Oh God, listen, I have descended. Let me tell you again, I have descended from the Emperor Monarch INR spot down to the interim Imperial Chancellor spot to help assist y'all move your ship. That's y'all job.
We need assistance.
Helping you move your ship.
I'm with it.
Listen, I got to go build two royal houses. I got 2 more crowns I got to roll, and I got 3 more states I got to emerge. Y'all got your own state. I got to move. Y'all slowing me up.
Yeah.
Yes,
gotcha.
We stepping in. So somebody asked about the brother, the stuff that Duswa was doing. That he kept mentioning that. I don't know. So the brother asked, what about the stuff that Duswa was doing and the idea of what's going on in Ghana? That's what one of the brothers.
I don't know what he's doing. I don't
know.
Whatever he's doing, he ain't got no venue to do. He's doing it on a corporation status, whatever they created to run that little business they doing. That's all they're doing. They ain't have no venue to do nothing. And if he's using the Boston tribe over there, he got to come talk to me now, because whatever he make, that belong to me. That's my property. Nobody got nationalized of the Boston tribe. You don't have no respect. You don't have no. See, when they found out about the Boston tribe, they trying to stagnate Doc Chief Black Eagle. Like, well, Doc the government and he the chief and he said create the Boston tribe. Well, Doc own it. We can use it. No. That shit don't work like that, bro. You better go read contract law. You ain't got no authority to do nothing on Boston tribe. Anything dealing with the YAMASSEE government. Anything dealing with the United Women Nation Moors. All that stuff Doc in the government. They know that. They just ain't telling y'all. They been knowing that. I done told Moore. I talked to Moore in her damn face. She know me personally.
Yo, this is really the shaking of the tree, y'all. I just said, you know, Don said when he show up, he bringing fire. Don't get mad because the fire too hot, because he bringing fire. And I ain't even seen. Listen, when I sent this last document that's out there on the market now, the earthquake started in La Palma. Let me say the volcano started in La Palma.
All right now.
Yeah. Listen,
turn up the heat.
Listen, that's where we at. Listen, it's 3 hours we've been up here. All right.
Oh, we've been rolling like that.
Yeah, it's rolling like that. But you know, when you breaking the speed of light, everything start moving in slow motion. So it's been smooth. It's a smooth ride.
So like now, when we get off here, I got a government call to attend. Because we moving the ship. I ain't playing, dog.
How do we attend the government calls? How do we attend the question and answers in the government calls?
You got to
register.
You got to register with the university. Once you sign the private agreement and the contract, you sign agreement with me. I'm the sovereign.
I understand.
So I don't care who you encounter throughout our government. When I sign that agreement with you, that's your damn flag. And whatever you can become under your flag, can't nobody stop you.
Nuberian, the brother, the elder, he answered the question. He went on Shabu L for like a half an hour.
Right.
You missed that part.
You missed that. You got to record.
God, it's in the pipeline. But listen,
what did he say about Shabu L?
He said that's what he asked. He said, "What about Shabu L?"
I just explained Shabu L.
That's what I said. I said he said you're fraud.
Fraud.
Tell
Shabu L to ask him about me and watch his shake.
Yeah, he went into detail, Shabu L, and the whole breakdown of how that situation went down. So this has got to be unpacked. I got to listen to it over and over and over again. I want everybody to keep in mind that this is about us getting the right knowledge based on our status, the tribe, what's been going on historically, with MAKU, Chief Thunderbird Black Eagle, his freedom, why he hasn't been released, and because this is all I shook. What was he say? Divine unconditional love that we have. So naturally, we out there researching that anybody saying that they have any authority status, we gonna question them because that's what we were taught. The question, and I believe anything. Go check it out. So this is what.
So why they scared to come check me out?
This is why you here, because because the master taught us we don't deal with fear. There's no khufu.
That's why I said why they scared to check me out. I got the whole story in the Imperial Cmye Declaration that's online. And that's been out since 2017, and ain't nobody stepped up.
And guess what? Nobody also, they wasn't propagating the fact that it exists because they don't want people to know what's really going on.
It's just like the preachers in the church. I got to keep the money coming in this way, and whatever lie I can pull it this way. I can lie about Doc. Let me tell you something, man. They ain't heard enough from Doc since last March.
I don't know nothing about it. All I know is that we know the roles of the attorney. We know that their commitment is to the state and to the queen, and they don't have nothing to do. And I know Doc said, Baba said in an update years ago, he said with all the attention and money that they putting in these judges and the attorney, he said none of them are going to be able to get me out of here. He said only he said
can't. Their hands are tied. And all the fake filing that these cats done, some of them cats over in Africa that's representing Doc now, I seen them cats fraud Doc name and go file it in the damn court. And now they got the audacity to say they represent him. They about fake as that guy Aline Bay in Fayetteville, trying to say he a crown prince. That's as fake as hell. So now you can't come tell me that you represent Doc and you trying to fraudulent his name. You got these cats out here telling people they're going to come and join the ancient Egyptian order, and they giving them paperwork, selling them this paperwork, telling them on this night Doc went into the chamber and this is your name that he pulled out of the damn chest. I'm like, so when the fuck he do that? He in jail.
Right.
The brother looked at me and said, "Oh shit!" I said, "He in jail." So you tell him he got a chest in jail? You so damn important. Who is this nigga? Okay, please. That's them sisters in the office doing that shit. And they've been doing that shit all the way back from the AEO, the ancient Mr. Order Melchizedek. Doc ain't doing none of that. Them sisters doing naming all these niggas.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't call them naggers. I called them niggas because that's why they acting like ignorant motherfuckers. Okay, excuse my French. I'm coming straight forward.
Parlez-vous français? We speak it a little bit.
Huh?
Oh man, listen.
We speak it a little. Parlez-vous français?
I mean, I'm free. I ain't tired of nobody. If that's what they did, I'm gonna call them out. So they know what they did. And then now he's selling that people off selling. I'm saving the nation. No, you ain't. You selling out the nation. You did everything you could to sell out the nation and stop Doc movement because all of them ace. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you some real shit. Y'all ready?
Yeah, we ready.
Y'all remember the sister named Mary? Used to be Doc. Used to get the herbs for Doc. Used to work at the herb store in Piedmont Street in Atlanta. Down in
I remember hearing the name.
I don't remember anything.
Okay, well, Mary, that brother, whatever his son named, I ain't gonna give him no authority. Start with a J. And that whole crew, they met at her herb store, and she called a moon, and a moon came and got me, and I didn't know her, and we drove down to the Piedmont herb store, and her and the owner was in there, and they were shocked. And they said these cats is in here talking about sabotaging Doc to get the money because Doc didn't equal out the money to the family, and he was mad because something did with his mama, and they staged that whole crap at the herb store, and she witnessed it. And the owner of the herb store told me in the moon that he told them to get the H out of his damn store, so he didn't want to be a part of conspiracy. And a couple weeks later, when that damn false arrest came down, so them niggas sold Doc out.
Listen, I don't know. I mean, because I know you're going to be working late tonight. You still going to be dealing with the government.
I get 3 hours sleep, dog. I'm up. My poor, they tell you Khufu working every night. I don't worry. I get 4 hours sleep right back up.
Well, if you're willing to come through tomorrow for part 2.
Okay, you got some good. You want to run this state?
Yeah, we trying to run the state. I'm more trying to be playing.
Like what time you talking to? They got a government call too. What time you call?
Let me know. You like whenever you ready. We popping in.
Okay, we'll go again at 7.
All right.
I talked to them after the call.
Listen, we could do like a 7 to 9. We can stop at 9 so we can give you the rest of the.
Well, we stop at 9, but we end up closing out by 9:30 because you know.
Yeah, you know how it be. Yeah, you got the residuals of the energy. You know. Listen,
I'm on the Imperial mission. I'm on the site now.
Listen. The website is up here, y'all. When y'all look at the HTTPS, is right there, y'all. So yeah,
That's all. This your ship.
Real quick,
I said, y'all want me to go get docked? No, I'm giving you your own ship. You can show me you want to go get docked.
Well, the brother
I've been lied to since 2003. And
well, the brother said
I got lied to in my face by his sister, his so-called daughter, his federal agent named.
I don't want to parts of it. That's tomorrow's show with all the smoke.
Right. He's about to open up some more.
He's about to go crazy. That's another
2 hours.
This is another. He was about to change gears and hit the nitro. I was like, nah. But the website is up there, y'all. And listen,
let me get some questions.
Go register.
Let me get some questions, and we'll come up here tomorrow. We'll have a discussion. And let's move this ship.
Well, the brother said he had the documents that he already put in, and they literally requested you, and he said so he said he gonna email.
I don't have no problem. Just come talk to me. I'm the one Doc told to come and get him. Can't nobody come get him till I come get him. So stop playing them bullshit games out here with all his family who try to sell him out and all these characters that he want to get authority and want to be the cleanest nigga on Facebook. Come on.
Patan, it's in the chat already, Patan Initiative, but I'm gonna put it in there again. Listen,
scroll up the top.
Yeah. But you know why? Probably because I moved it over here.
It's sitting right here on the corner, right here. I sit right here.
It's sitting right here in the corner. That's what I said. But brothers like yo, a lot of us is not computer savvy.
Tech savvy.
but listen, I can't.
And that way they can't say, oh, I didn't come on there because I want to go see Todd Tariq Dog Talk. Okay, then Todd Tariq they talk tonight. And tomorrow night, you ain't got no damn excuse. Now bring your ass over here. Let's move this ship.
Because he's on there on my beautiful sister, Dr. G's page.
Yeah, she's scared to invite me.
Anyone high? Who are you talking about? What are you talking about? Huni Hotep. He spelled it, bro. You just jumping in the whip. That's already old, bro. Like you just.
He asked the old question. He missed something.
Huni, you just get here talk about. I don't want to talk about anybody. I'm not talking. I'm listening. So it's not about that. I just know I'm a deity and I know how to deal with mortals. That's what it is. And that's all. It's just wisdom, God. That's all about. But I see tomorrow he'll be back. You got any questions? You can ask specific questions and I'll read the question. And then whatever the answer is what the answer is. That's how that go.
That's
you know what I mean? Yeah, God.
But come with facts. He just go if you just got to be able to handle the facts. If you ain't ready to handle the facts,
everybody want the truth until it's knocking on the door.
That's why they said. I come with. I didn't come stepping on their feet. I came stepping on their damn neck. That's why they don't.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I can show you. I can carry you through some of the court cases and stuff that happened that blow your mind. But we're gonna keep it to the state, and that's we're moving a movie. Do you know this is a movie? This is a real movie. Okay,
no, that's definitely because this is historical. This is gonna change the world.
When I talked to a producer about the movie, when he just got the first instance of it, he told me he's seen 23 3-hour versions on Netflix or Zulu, whoever. Okay, when I showed him how far I took the line back with the Demon Song rules, he said, "Now that went up to 36 versions, 3-hour sessions." 36. You know how long that movie is? So they ready to roll. I just can't. I'm going to allow them to do the first 2 episodes. Okay. And then it's got to come on our jurisdiction because they're not going to be able to come and tell the story the way it is. So we can use them to get the ship off the ground.
It's a
and
precursor.
get the first 2 cuts done. And then after that, the rest of them got to be made throughout our own system.
Man, that's what's up. I own everything.
I own. That's how it's supposed to be.
Everything.
That's how we were taught. That's what we're coming for.
That's why you don't see me call him farmer. I call him my vizier. He's my vizier. So if the emperor got a vizier, he got to go get his vizier, man. And nobody had no authority to stop him from getting his vizier. So I just let you know I'm coming. I've been telling them I done got my house straight. Like I said, I'm rolling.
With a whole bunch of trustees.
I don't need trustees. I need nominationals to run a state.
Okay,
trustees just teach you how to be a diplomat within the within the system, because all attorneys are trustees of the state. That's why they got. That's why they always got to be the overseer of people trustees, because they represent the state, and the state always got to be the superior over everything. So so the irrevocable trust that I created is outside of the venue of Georgia. Okay, and that's why they hid it. You can't get my trust. They hid it. I went down to get some certified copies, and I couldn't find it on the screen, right? So I went there and told the clerk. I said, "Yo, where my docket at?" She looked up at me. She looked it up in the computer. She looked up at me. She said, "They don't want nobody to see this. I will get it for you, but they don't want nobody to see this."
Yeah, they got that old school in the box somewhere.
She said, "How many She said, "How many copies you want?" I said, "I need. How many can I get?" She said, 10. I said, "Give me 10 of them then." And she said, "Yeah, they don't want nobody to see this." She said, "You got to come every time to get copies." She said, "You ain't gonna never find that on the screen."
Wow.
But that's what happened when truth come, man. That's where it's at, man.
You get sleepy, brother. You all right there?
Now listen. Remember, we spoke earlier.
Yeah,
so
been rolling.
this has been an all-day thing, and I've been calling people all day, letting them know it's happening. If you're gonna be there, because many are called, few were chosen. So that's what it is.
I'm one of the first deputy chancellor. You see it?
Let's go. Let's
the
go.
First deputy chancellor.
I like that. I like
first
that.
imperial deputy chancellor.
Listen,
you ain't gonna hear me say trustee no more. You ain't gonna hear trustee out of my mouth no more.
Listen, family, we gonna turn it down. We want to thank, we want to thank the elders, the ancestors by the star. We're gonna thank for blessing us with the brother's presence and him bringing us this profound truth and reality. The day and time we in to break this matrix, crack the code, bring MAKU home, and sail the ship. Let's go. Let's activate this thing, man. And I every night I end the bill with what? It's our time. And if not now, then when? When? If not us.
Oh, well, your time is up. According to the 7 Thunders, you ain't got the 2030, dog. It's 2021. Your time up.
Listen.
By the time you start studying right now, you won't fully understand this government for at least 2023 to 2024. That's how deep it is. That's how hard you're gonna take. That's how hard it's gonna take you to transform from you being a slave mentality to you become a real sovereign under your own status and understanding status and understanding how to run a state. Okay, now y'all can make it quicker because they got speed reading courses, they got memory power courses that's already established on the university that we gonna really focus on, because you got a whole lot of damn treaties you got to rewrite. You got a whole lot of treaties you got to read. Unless you gonna go out there and pay some damn international attorney to read them, a lawyer to read them. You got your own law firm. You got a IAAC, Imperial Autonomous Authority Council. That's your law firm.
It's that time.
It's that time.
It's that time.
It's our time, y'all. We is the asset.
You have a normal global bank. Okay. Do you know what normal means?
What's it called? What's the
normal global bank?
What's the acronym NORMA mean?
Yeah,
NORMA, N is Nuberian. A is Amuru Washita Mordi Dudnamania. M is Moorish Yamassee American Native. A is Al Moroccan.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to catch. I can't spell none of that. Y'all gonna have to catch that on the
or you can go in Nuberian dash Al Moroccan dash Moorish Yamassee American Native dash Amuru Washita Mordi Dudnamania. That's your acronym. So you got all the bloodlines under your one acronym.
Elder Khufu, we're gonna have to shorten it for a financial institution that we.
No. That's why you got NORMA. It's just
NORMA. It's called NORMA. That's the short.
Okay. That's okay.
Yeah, that's the short version.
That's right. Do you really think I'm gonna get them folk out there to say Nuberian? Serious? Are you seriously gonna ask these cats out here to say Moorish Yamassee American Native? Are you kidding me?
Never.
You get that mess up every time they can speak it just to get mad. And I ain't got no problem with the Sabians. Everybody know about the Sabian Moors. Right. But to come and say you a Sabian, you ain't got no damn venue. Well, you just honor the Sabians because the Sabians, Moors, had their own jurisdiction and venue. So don't come claiming you a Sabian. You ain't got no damn full faith and credit. That's all that stat. Oh, we got Sabians because they don't research that there was Sabian Moors back in the day. Okay, we know all about that. That's our story, a part of history. We created our story.
Our story. That's right.
So, but if you're gonna claim that status, you got to have full faith and credit. You can't just get out there and want to be showboat. Oh, we the new Sabians because you don't want to be Nawabians no more. You feel me? Now you Sabians, but that's everybody know about the Sabian Moor. That's part of your history. But you know, that's like I said, that's them. They're changing that. Doc ain't changing none of that crap. Doc don't know none of that crap. Doc locked up behind bars, man.
Well, listen, that's why we got to get the guard out because he the only one that's gonna clear it all up.
That's why that's why I told you. You got to pass him. I'm putting him. Like I said, I go get my vizier. Okay, Latif got to come to court. Okay, all of them got to come to court. Luke got to come to court. That guy you talking about in Ghana got to come to court. Everybody got to come to court. Okay, so that's
they got to step in front of. They got to step in front of.
They got to come to court.
MAKU, like Thunderbird Eagle.
All that crap going on up in New York, them snatching all our people money, enslaving them people, and they could be running good. All that stuff got to be brought to our court. That's why I don't play with it. I said, leave them cats alone. Whatever they can hustle out.
Listen, they all coming tomorrow after this. We gonna get it popping after this. I assure you, it's going down here.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Listen, if not us, then who? And if not now, then when? All right.
Right now. Also on the government, we have a call. We have a call. You so crazy. I said also on Sunday, we got a call on our government Zoom call. All right, an open call.
Is it published on the website?
Yeah, it's on the website. How on Sunday? We got an open Zoom call on Sunday to straighten this mess out before I talk to you. Okay, we straighten this mess out because of what that lean boy crap put out there last week about the Washington, and then them cats trying to shut me off the other night with that bullshit, trying to control the mic. You know what I'm saying? And so
the brother said he's sorry.
You know what I'm saying? So trying to control the damn mic because they want to create a territory, all that bullshit, Facebook clowns. But anyway, so we said
Sunday at what time?
We got Sunday at 7:00 open call discussing Chief Black Eagle.
Chief
Black heard Eagle. That?
Oh, His Excellency Chief Black Eagle.
Sunday
so
open call.
Well, we basically straightened a lot of it out tonight.
We did.
So some of the same stuff you heard tonight, you probably hear again on Sunday.
We want to hear it again. Okay?
So it might be in a different manner, and you might hear more detail. But that's I'm giving you facts. It's just so much. It's so much in the book and so much in the chat. You might hit me on the corner. I might go get something like damn. I just so much there. It's
well, listen. If you doing this Sunday, you ain't got to come back tomorrow. We could just
want to bring it Sunday. All right, I send you the website. Open
because this is a lot. We got to unpack this tomorrow.
Hold up. Saturday's supposed to be the precursor, though, Elder Khufu.
You know what? We'll talk about it. We'll see. Okay. I'll let y'all know. We'll build. I'll build with the God and
right. Because either way, I'm there Sunday. I'm there for Sunday.
I'm gonna be there Sunday too.
Share the link.
And then next Sunday, we're gonna have an open call about the Empress Veriasi. And then the Sunday after that, we have an open call about the Moorish Empire. Straighten this shit out so we can move this ship.
We gotta straighten it all out, y'all.
That's why I said it's an open call. Because they ain't got time to cut people off. Everybody can be on Zoom. They want to hide themselves fine. But it's an open call, and it's time to set this mess straight so we can move this ship and cut all these damn egos out.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go.
That's where we at.
I'm honored to be a part of this transition and this next level of ascension. I call it ascension protocol. I'm about this because we the heavenly hosts. It's time to stop playing and walk into our destiny. This is our fate. Listen, and the Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle, he put the work in, and you a manifestation like everything he said was going to happen is happening. It's real, and we're the ones claiming that we with him, and we cut off from it. It's crazy.
It's into fruition right now.
It's like now. Y'all put out the call. Tell all of them to put out the call and send it to Chief Black Eagle and tell him the Thunderfire coming and watch him respond.
Let them know Thunderfire coming. They listening.
They listen.
They tell him Red Eagle Thunderfire said he's coming and watch him trip. I knew he was coming.
Let's go.
If Pop goes, I knew he was coming.
I knew he was coming. He said, I got ones you see, and I got ones you don't see.
That's what
he made me invisible. He made me invisible until I come through the light. Now I'm ready. I done got my shit together, and I got it docked. I got it systematized, and I got full faith and credit. So now I can show myself.
Got you.
Listen.
So the Zoom is going to be shared. The Zoom for Sunday, and we possibly for tomorrow, right? So the Zoom you're going to
it's on the website.
Yeah, everything's already on the website. They done dropped.
It's already on it. Oh, okay. I just got it.
It's all out there on Facebook. They pushing it just like this because it's open call. I'm like, yo, this is open call. So if you want to call Mut, you want to call Shahida, whatever her name is in New York, call all them naggers. I ain't call them niggas. I call them naggers. Okay, call all them naggers and tell them to show up on the damn call Sunday.
Listen,
they got something to say. Tell the whole damn administration. Tell them to call themselves secretaries and all that Secretary of State crap that they playing on the Sabian, playing with everybody feeling, pretending they got some kind of venue. Tell them to come through the call and prove it.
And I'm gonna tell you this: it's gonna be on Facebook or it's gonna be on a Zoom.
It's Zoom. It's
gonna
be
on the Samson page.
Yeah, the Imperial Embassy page coming out of that page. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's because I'm doing it because as you move your ship, you're gonna have people asking, okay, what's up with the Yamassee? Okay, so you got a tape that we finna do. Okay, then they're gonna say, well, how he become the 8th Marquis de Masson.
That's right.
So you got the Empress page. Then they're gonna say, how is he able to attach himself back to the Emperor's signature?
That's
now
right.
You got the Moorish page. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So
That's
straighten all this mess out and let's whoever out there can outdo me or got some full faith and credit. Put them on the spot.
Let's go.
It's just like in the Elijah days. It says, bring your God to the center. Well, I'm calling them out. Bring your God to the center.
Let's see. Come right or don't come with a come 100. Come right or don't come at all.
Listen. Y'all heard it here first. Revision Radio, where we seek and analyze right knowledge, wisdom, overstanding, right thinking, right reasoning, right action from the third eye.
Point of view.
The ancestors and elders, they showing and proving. We know where we going. Y'all coming? Because we going. All right?
I'm there.
We not leaving without Chief Black Thunderbird.
That's my vizier.
That's right. Let's go.
And you know the last time you heard of vizier was in ancient Egypt.
That's right.
Only the Pharaoh had viziers.
Listen, man.
And so he's my vizier. So when y'all say you want to become a vizier, guess what? You got to come past the master teacher now. And all that crap they selling, now they got to face the teacher.
Let's go.
Break all of them. All that crap they selling. I'm coming for you. I told them. That's why they was scared. They said, Khufu coming. Khufu coming. Yeah, I'm here now.
Khufu here now. Let's go, y'all. I heard all the naysayers.
Khufu one, I had.
Don't go running into the darkness. Come on out.
That's why you're gonna see watch them run with tails between their feathers.
Oh, look, I expect by tomorrow morning for them to be talking about I'm a trader and an agent and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I ain't did nothing to nobody but ask some questions. So
gotta put it out in the open so everybody they can't say that I couldn't make a decision because I ain't know. You can't say you didn't know.
Listen, man, I'm from the mud. I'm from the mud. We bored. This is warfare, spiritual.
They had tried to hire me since 2003 when Doc told me to come get him. They had tried to. Doc had requested me 11 times if they such a number, and they always blocked. He don't even know how to run a state because they never
signal.
You freezing up.
Talk about something you didn't create.
Yeah, the signal freezing up. Brother Khufu, listen, we gotta take it. Otherwise, I'm gonna be sleeping on the couch tonight. So
all right, Slim.
Monday.
All right.
How you in your call? How you in your call?
Well, I was doing it when I was talking about the time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like it's our time, right? Okay. And if not now, then when? If not us, then who? You know what I'm saying? And if not this, then what? You know? And why do I shook?
I do.
Kabut, I shook, or Gabat, I shook, which is peace and divine unconditional love to everybody in earshot and eyeshot. Please share, and come back for part 2. We might do more part 2. We're going to cut it short. Y'all got an hour to come in.
Precursor tomorrow, but not definitely Sunday.
Yeah, we coming through. Family, I appreciate you, Khufu. I can't even give enough blessings upon blessings. And
Indeed.
family, let's get involved. Let's get like what the Bible says is let's get involved to evolve or dissolve. That's where we at.
Indeed.
All right. Peace and blessings. Y'all be safe.
Have we said no Washington? Yeesh.
Yeesh. Ay. Let's go, y'all.
That's all Washington.